The story starts with a girl standing in front of a palace. Pen said, "Your Grace, your fiancé, Lady Karina Leopold, has come to see you." Milian stops writing and say, "What?" "The head of Zentar, Duke Milian Pastellio." Reply, "Pen, there's still around 1 year left until the marriage, right?" "Yes, however, since she came a long way, I believe it would be good to go meet her." Duke stands up and starting walking. He said in an angry tone, "How rude! Even if we're engaged, how could she just come as she pleased without sending a letter beforehand? On top of that, during such a busy time when winter is approaching. This is a time where we are stockpiling food for the winter and defending against the magical beasts," Duke told Karina as soon as he entered the room. "Wouldn't it be difficult to break off the engagement now?" Lady Karina Leopold added. "Sure, we can break it off." Milian Pastellio. "What did you say?" she said again. "I said I'll break off our engagement. In return, let me stay here from about half a year to 10 months. Duke looked at him and said, "Who?" Karina replied, "Me." "Have you gone crazy, lady?" she say, as if. "Even if it's not this estate, a secluded separate building is fine too. I brought the papers for the annulment." Please remember to like and subscribe, it really helps our channel grow. Here, the contract. "Is the Count going through a rough time?" Duke Milian said. "Since you came here looking like that, what about your other luggage?" "No, I traveled lightly on purpose, since I didn't know if I would face any dangers on my way here," he replied. "How exactly did you come all this way?" she added. "After paying for a carriage ride, I got off at a reasonable location and walked, and then I rode on top of another carriage." Duke Milian asked. "When did you leave?" 2 months ago. "In that time, you didn't send a message even once." "No, that aside, a noble lady traveled such a dangerous road? Even if you aren't aware of how reality works, there's a limit. This will probably be my first trip. Just once, I wanted to do something without relying on anyone. I wanted to do something with my own feet." He say right. There's no way a noble lady would be able to go on such a rash trip like this more than once. Karina say, "Could I stay here temporarily? And if I say no, as an alternative, I'll go find a reasonably high-ranking person and work for them. Should I do that?" Duke Milian think. There's no plan. "Is she really the same person from our engagement ceremony? I didn't know she was such a reckless person." But you will not reject me, Your Grace. "Is that so?" "Why? You don't like me," Karina replied. "I can pick up on that kind of thing easily. As you can see, I have even signed the annulment papers. First, come inside." "Thank you. I'll live as if I'm not even here. If I disappear one day, please just think I've passed away. Just think of it as an annoying scab finally falling off." And so, Duke Milian added, "Do as you please. Pen, prepare an empty room. I came to live at the home of my fiancé, who doesn't like me." "Lia, your face looks brighter today," Lia replied. "It's because Mom and Dad bring me good medicine every day. The ones you were eating seemed too bitter to me," Lady said. "Pell, Lia's body is weak. She must eat it all, even if it's bitter." "That's right. I brought a gift for Lia, since she's been having a hard time." "That's unfair." "What about me?" "I have one for Pell too, of course." Karina think. "When I was young, I always wondered why only my hair was a dull brown. I came from the same stomach and grew up in the same house, so why was I so different from them? I later learned that I had inherited it from one of my grandparents." She said, "I've finished dinner, so I'll be returning first." "You may do so," she added. "They don't even care." "That's fine. It means nothing to me now." There wasn't anything about suddenly getting worse, Karina thought, a few days ago. "I apologize for saying this, but it's a mystery how your organs are barely operating at half their original function," she say. "Is it serious?" he added. "Yes. Honestly, it's a wonder that you're still walking. We can suspect that it's an artist's disease." Artist's disease. Among artists, there are those who are exceptionally talented and able to perform miracles. And within them, there are those whose life forces depend on that talent. "You too perform miracles, right?" "Yes," he explained. "Your health probably worsened every time you used your abilities. Did you not receive a checkup? If you had known, your health probably wouldn't have deteriorated to this extent." "You didn't tell your family?" Karina say. "I didn't tell my family. Even if I wanted to tell them, my useless pride and stubbornness towards them didn't let me. To be honest, it's not because I wasn't loved. My parents always did their best to be fair, but whoever was sick or younger needed more attention. It was inevitable that they could not always be fair, much less to the second child who wasn't the eldest, nor the youngest, and much less to a child who didn't know how to conduct herself well. Gradually, their interest in me shrunk to the size of a grain of sand. She think, my family will definitely look at me if I tell them now, but I'll doubt whether they're really looking at me, or at my miraculous ability. He say, anemia and vomiting. You said you even had hemoptysis? Yes, he explained. That's serious. I don't know if it's okay to say this, but you have 1 year at most. Your body will slowly get weaker since you won't even be able to eat properly. So honestly, even a year is optimistic, Karina said. Is there a way to live? He replied. No. Not yet, as far as I know. Even so, we might be able to extend your life slightly, if you have the heart to come visit again. She wished, if I had wings too. I'm going to die. Before I die, there are many things I want to do. I don't want to force a smile. I don't want to act like someone who can do everything on their own either. And most of all, I don't want to be seen as someone who gives in easily. If my family knew, how would they look at me? Perhaps, if they look at me like I'm just a burden that's hard to deal with. I don't think I'll be able to recover. Should I just leave? Just for 1 year at most. If I leave, where should I go? I wish there was someone who'll only take care of me. It doesn't matter if they like me or not, someone just for me as a person, she say. Are you some kind of squid? Duke Miriam added, you're just being dragged around. If you weren't enthusiastic about this, you shouldn't have come. Now that I think about it, he didn't reject it either. Then, shall we go to the north? With nothing, using my own 2 feet, and moving on my own, let's go. Anyway, what should I bring? I'll convert some gold coins to smaller change, pack some simple clothes to change into, beef jerky, water, and I need to bring the annulment paper. The doctor. I should visit them again, right? Anyway, even though I didn't attend breakfast today, no one is coming for me. I didn't tell them I was sick, but I'm unexpectedly sad. There's only a week left for preparations, so I have to do it ahead of time. I've packed enough money, Samyan say. Excuse me, my lady? Yes? Is something wrong? Are you close with Sir and Fritsch? I saw you two speaking earlier. Yes, Karina think he is just my brother. There is conversation between lady as that. My, how enviable. He's a really cool person. The Count and Countess are also amazing. Most importantly, their children are famous. First, Sir and Fritsch Leopold. He's an outstanding scholar and soldier. I think people were saying that if he became the Count right now, he'd be more than enough. That's right. I also heard there was a lady who gave him a confession letter this time. Then there's Sir Paradin Leopold. You said he's very energetic, so he must have many friends, right? But if we're talking about the Leopold family, Lady Abelia Leopold, luxurious wavy blonde hair and blue eyes that shine like jewels. I met her last time, and she was just so lovely. She's always at the center of high society, but they said her body is weak. Isn't the Count household extremely cautious because of it? Oh, and now that I think of it, there's someone always by their side. A very plain lady is always with them. I wonder who she is? Could it be, Karina thought, the very plain lady is me? I remember being scolded just for going home that day, but what happened after? Lady Karina! Hello? Yes, it's been a while, Nocturne. What brings you here? Nocturne reply. Leah's. No, it's Lady Abelia's health checkup day, she added. Leah, he said. Ridiculous as it is, I had feelings for him once. Maybe it's because Abelia shares similarities with his little sister who died when she was young, but Nocturne's gaze was always toward Abelia, so I stomped out my feelings on my own. Okay, go in, he asked. Are you alright? Your face looks pale. Since when did he pay attention? I just missed some sleep. You could get a checkup with Lady Abelia. It's fine, Abelia inward. Sister, it's dangerous to do that here, Leah. Leah say. Sorry, Nocturne. I was just so happy to see sister. Sister, where are you going? Karina say. I have to go somewhere for a bit. Anyway, Abelia, you should be careful on the stairs. I trusted you to catch me, she surprised. Pardon? It's nothing. Quickly go get a checkup with Nocturne, so you can get better soon. Nocturne is such a nag. Also, Leah added, I got much better. I want to go out somewhere with sister. No way. Nocturne would have made the trip in vain then, he replied. But, Lia, I'm upset you would say that. I came here under the Count's orders. Lady Karina is also busy, so you shouldn't keep bothering her, Lia say. That's true, sister, you must be happy to be able to go out every day. What? Because of you I always… Abelia is obsessed with me, especially, which is why I must always stay at her side. The invitations to tea parties I couldn't attend piled up, and naturally, I wanted to go too, but I couldn't make a single proper friend. It was this type of life every time, her mother say. I'm sorry, Karina. Empress fell off the horse, so I must leave now. But today is my birthday, mother reply. Your brother might be hurt, Karina say. What about father? She replied. Your father already went to the academy. He left your birthday present with the butler. Whoa, so small. Is that my brother and sister? She added. That's right, Karina. You're an older sister now, so you have to take good care of your siblings, okay? Yes, coughing. Mom, Abelia, mother say. Karina, return to your room immediately. Karina shouted. No! Paradin! Return it! Mom made this for my Dialtonavii. Goodness, Karina! Just what are you doing? You're the older sister, Karina say. That's not it. Paradin took my stuff. You should let him have it, as the older sister. Shouldn't the older child act mature for the younger siblings to learn from? For now, hurry and give that to Paradin. My poor baby, it must have hurt a lot. Be good, Karina. Just how old are you? Do you want to be told off by your father? I don't like it. Don't act like a child. Mother, my head is spinning. What? No, you have a fever. A doctor is currently tending to Abelia as well. When they're done, I'll ask them to check on you. Let's go to your room first. I'll take you there, Karina smiled. Okay, madam, the doctor wants to see you. It's about Lady Abelia. Is something wrong? All right. Tell them I'm coming soon. I'm sorry, Karina. I'll call for a maid, so go rest in your room. As soon as it's over, I'll come visit you. Since you're the older sister, you'll be fine by yourself, right? Karina think. Can't mother take me there? You're healthy. Since your little sister is sicker, you should yield a bit. My daughter is so kind, Karina thought. The only way for me to hear a compliment was to endure. The sister who yields to her sickly little sister. The sister who defers to her troublesome little brother. The sister who concedes to her faraway older brother. The warmth of my parents does not belong to me. Like that, I closed my heart. When I turned 10, I decided not to look for anyone. I found a new hobby instead. I didn't even know it was called a miracle. I was satisfied with completing a drawing overflowing with vibrancy. Mother, father! I drew a picture. Karina! Empress came first in the Academy swordsmanship competition. I think he'll graduate early, as expected of brother, mother say, right? I wonder who he resembles. But mother, I made this drawing. It's well drawn, she think. By the way, I'm thinking of holding a small banquet since Empress is coming back this weekend. Abelia's condition has been quite good these days, and she's full of joy. Can't you look at me just once? Karina, yes? Did you take the item on top of the desk? Don't lie. No, then why is Abelia holding it? I told you it was dangerous, didn't I? Karina say. I didn't do it. You're a big sister now. Why won't you listen? You're troubling me for no reason, she think. My voice won't reach her. I'm sorry. I won't do it again, Empress said. I was thinking of pushing back your birthday party since tomorrow is Empress's graduation. Is that okay with you, Karina? Compared to the greatness of my brother, who everyone compliments, my drawings are. It's not like the amount of food or presents will change if my birthday is celebrated late, mother say. Karina, can I push back your tea party? Abelia isn't feeling well. I have to compromise because my sister is hurt. Because I'm strong. Yes, it's okay. I'm okay, Karina thought. The number of my paintings slowly increased each time this happened. I realized something then. My drawings only come to life if I draw earnestly, with all of my power. It lasted an hour at least, and a day at most. Countless drawings came to life, then promptly disappeared. Compared to the family that wouldn't turn around and look at me, no matter how much I called them. I liked the animals who comforted me when I was sad. Sometimes, The drawings even came to life as friends who would listen to my story more. So, I ended up going to a place of no return. I'll see you later then. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Nocturne say, please buy me something tasty at the market. Something like a skewer or juice. I want to try them, she whispered. I got it. Have a safe trip, sister. Karina Leopold. Getting jealous of her own sister. She really is the worst, doctor added. What, after a day you suddenly want to live? No. I just need medicine. Medicine? What medicine? I'm leaving. I've never been in control of my own life. I don't want that anymore, he added. So where are you traveling to? The edge of the north. Do you know a place called Zentak? He said. Just say you're going there to die. I'll make you a medicine that'll kill you immediately. You're in the wrong place if you want me to kill you, she say. No, not that. Is there a way to get there without dying? Planning a generous 2 months for travel. Resting in an inn for 2 days every week. Would that be hard? Why the north? She replied. I have a place to stay there, he told her. But it's so cold. Plus, winter will be approaching quickly in 2 months. Is winter a problem? I'm just going to stay in my room, he asked. What exactly do you want? It's like he's looking at a naive child. I think it's okay, as long as I don't die on the way there, he say. When are you going? Karina told him. In a week. You can't do anything about the life force eaten away by the artist's disease. Progression can be slowed for a bit though. You'll get much worse if you stop taking the medicine. I'm only giving you 2 months worth of it. She became happy. That's enough. Why so much money? It's 2 months worth of medicine. Plus, my thanks. I don't have anything to spend it on anyway. See you in 6 days. Such a young thing giving up so fast. What kind of life did she live to have a carefree expression like that? Karina think. As soon as I get the medicine, I can finally leave. Smells delicious. Lady, come try one. It's so tasty you wouldn't notice if someone died. Something like a skewer or juice. I want to try them. Well then. Can I have 2 to go? Sister must be happy being able to go out every day. I know she doesn't have any ill intent, and I know she likes me too. It's something I could just let go, and it's not as if it's a daily thing, Karina thought. Abelia and Paradin are my younger siblings. So I must be the one to understand and concede. The skewer would make a nice snack before dinner time. Sister! Where'd you go? Paradin. It smells delicious. Big sister, isn't it heavy? I'll hold it for you. I'm only a big sister at times like these. Go eat it with Abelia. She wanted me to buy it, he say. Thank you, sister. I'm tired. Should I take a nap? Rena! Karina Leopold, what are you doing in my room at this hour? Father, Karina, did you buy street food for Abelia? She replied. Yes, I had to do something so I went out for a while, he added. You aren't going to say you didn't. Now, Abelia cannot eat food carelessly, right? I thought something happened after they came all the way to my room to look for me. I just bought it for her because she asked me to, Karina asked. Did something happen to Abelia? There was something wrong with the food, so she vomited it all and is showing symptoms of dehydration. As the older sister, how could you not think of this? Father is correct, Karina. You're already an adult, yet you are still so careless. That's because Leah, he shouted. Don't make excuses, Paradin say. Father, mother! Sister was just, she thought. I have to hold it in. If I just apologize like always, it'll be over. They're like this because they're worried for Abelia. There's no one else to blame. But why are they only like this to me? So what? What did you just say? I asked. So what are you going to do? Until when do I need to hold it in? For another year, till the day I die. Will they only recognize me after my death? He added. Are you speaking without manners? Karina replied. I only bought it because Abelia requested it, and Abelia should have also been told. She shouldn't eat food that is bad for her body. What? Even if it's true, just how uninterested are you in your sister? No, I thought you were asking me to buy it since Abelia had recovered. Mother say. Karina, what kind of manners are you using with your father? Karina think. My head hurts. My manners? I don't think there's anything wrong with my etiquette, besides me stating my opinion. Even so, you should have received permission from the doctor before bringing such a food. What do you mean by such a food, father? Peridian is well. Furthermore, I had already tried it, so I thought it was safe, that's why I bought it. I will be more careful next time, father. And please ask Abilia to be careful too, father said to her. Alright, please be more cautious. Mother, can I go see Abilia? Sure, father say. Karina, your younger sister has had a weak body from the moment she was born. You know that, right? Yes. You may have some complaints, but you're healthy. So please be understanding, she think. Yes. That damn health. I'm not the only one who's healthy. Fritch and Paradin are healthy as well, but if it was a sin to have been born healthy, why am I the only one pressured into making sacrifices? Mother added. I know. Your father is just overly sensitive because Lia collapsed. Korea, you should be understanding. Your feelings aren't hurt or anything, right? Please tell Abilia that I'm sorry for my unnecessary actions. I will rest now because I'm tired, she think. I didn't do anything wrong. Abilia is okay, right? Karina said. Hello, Miss Fairy. That's right. Let's just forget it, like I always have. Because I have my art, my only way of breathing. Even if it eats away at my life, I can't let go of it, because it's the only thing I have. Maid say. Madam, it's been a while since you've come out to eat. Paradin become happy. Sister, I'm sorry about yesterday. Sister, I'm sorry. Next time I won't ask you to buy a skewer for me. So can you forgive me and eat with us during meals too? I'm relieved. Everyone will be so happy. Fine, since today's the last day anyway, Karina think. I'll only eat the salad. Karina, it's your birthday in 2 days. Yes, it's my birthday soon. I forgot. Father say Fritch happens to be on vacation then, so I was planning on a picnic with all of us. Is it fine if I postpone your birthday party? Karina added. Do as you wish. Although I don't think I can attend the picnic. I have something else scheduled on that day, he replied. Is it that urgent that you have to miss a family outing? Karina explained. Yes, I'm sorry. Enjoy it without me. Since I'm done with my meal, I'll go back up. I didn't think there would be more to be sad about. It is a birthday that could be my last. Why is he acting as if I'll obviously say yes, without saying sorry even once? Why must my last memory be this horrible? Because they're still family. I wondered if I should say something before leaving, but I ended up leaving a letter with a single line, she think. I'm glad I wasn't kicked out. Moments ago, Duke Mirion say, as you'd like. Pen, give her an empty room. We'll talk, but you should tidy up first, she think. The medicine. There's 3 left now? Although I put in a generous amount, when there's 3 left, stop taking them. If 3 days pass without, one big fake will come. It will feel as if a dam that had been forcibly blocked exploded. Your body will get very weak, so I'll start feeling sick tonight. If the fever is one you're unable to bear, once every 2 days eat 1 pill. Give in to sleep. It's evidence your body needs more energy. Would it be this feeling if grandfather was still alive? The trip was difficult, but it was very fun. Although I only have a year to live the way I want to, that's enough. Let's do what I want to do. In order to do so, I can understand why he's so prickly if his study is like this. I'm sorry for being annoying when you're busy, Duke say. Take a seat, she reply. Yes. Tell me your reason for coming all the way here, she asked. Do I have to? He say. If you plan on living here, isn't it obvious you have to plan on convincing me? Did you have an argument with your parents? Kind of, Duke Mirion added. If it's to the extent you've walked 2 months to come here, then I can understand your determination. Was it that big of a fight? She say. Those words are correct, but also wrong. I wanted the place I would spend my last moments to be a comfortable one. To do that, I needed a place far from my family. Honestly, if I were to die, I'd want them to feel regret as well, but I know how childish and crude it is. Any person would need time to cool their head, Duke Mirion added. That's right, but the current timing is bad. Winter is the busiest time of the year, so I don't have time to look after you. That's good, he said. The Norse winter is different from the south. Magic beasts will pop up at any given place and time, Karina requested. Please don't worry, I don't have any reason to go out anyway. I want to go back to rest, so is it alright if I go straight to the separate building? Duke say. If that's what you want, she reply. Thank you for allowing me so readily, I never did. The problem is I can't kick you out, Your Grace. I'm sorry for imposing on you like this, Karina thinking raised. I'm a little dizzy, so cold. There are still lights on over there. Once I can move, I'll bring a kettle and a towel to put on my forehead. Is the kitchen this way? It's much larger than the Leopold family home, so it's easier to. Duke asked. Lady, why are you not sleeping at dawn? Rather, what brings you here, Your Grace? He think. I can't say I came here without realizing because I was bothered. The temperature controller in the separate building seemed to be broken, so I came to check it and get some fresh air at the same time. Is that so? But, lady, are you hiding something from me? Tell me if you have a problem, Karina replied. It's nothing, Duke noted. It's nothing? Disorderly breathing, flushed cheeks, and the answering voice trembling, unlike a while ago. A high fever. It's okay. I'll get better with some rest, he replied. I should have already known when you said it took 2 months to travel here. Why didn't you say something when you felt uncomfortable? Enduring is something only stupid bears do. Bear, he added, don't you know it's even more of a problem if someone dies hiding their wounds on the war front? If you don't want the issue to get bigger, speak up early. Did you do wrong or not? Karina say. I did. Wait a minute. Why am I being interrogated in the middle of the night? Duke asked. Hey, how many fingers do you see? She think. He can have 6 fingers, and it's usually split in 2, so 3. Did I get it right? He say. You use so much effort for what? I'm fine, Duke Mirion added. This place isn't a place for a patient to rest in. I'll bring you back to the main building. But, I know you don't like me, but I hope you don't make me out to be a villain. I'll call someone to take care of you, so sleep, she say. No doctors. What? No doctors, okay? Rest first. My lord, promise. Me, just what? Are you trying to hide? 2 months ago. Oh no. Master! Lady Karina is missing. The servant's voice cracked as they burst into the room, startling everyone inside. The lord of the house barely lifted his head, brushing it off with a cold reply. That girl occasionally goes out without a word. But what's so urgent that you had to run here like this? Maid reply. I'm sorry. It's just, it didn't look like she just went out for a bit. The maid was trembling now, clutching a slip of paper. I went to clean her room today and found this letter on her desk. Everyone fell silent as the letter was read aloud. I'm going on a trip. Be again and be. Karina Leopold. Good heavens, Mother said. What about it? Came the sharp response. Where could she have left to so suddenly without a word? When was the last time anyone saw Karina? Asked the father. I saw her going out, 2 days ago. Yesterday? Someone repeated. Yesterday. I don't recall encountering her, Leah added. I assumed she went to the market again. She wasn't in her room, brother said. I haven't seen sister recently either, Pell said, a softer voice. She might have been hurt since the picnic and the birthday party ended up on the same day. I should have scheduled it differently, Pell added. If you feel disappointed, just tell us. Don't forget that mother and father both love you, Karina's voice echoed bitterly. Yeah. I'm their child too, so there must be a bit of space in the corner of their hearts for me. But I'm not the finger that hurts more when bitten, Mother replied. Still, the family struggled to understand. Leaving just a note like that, even though she knew we'd be worried. She could have said something if she disliked the picnic that much, the Lord said. She couldn't have gone far, send people to investigate which way she went, the mother asked. How much money is missing? The servant replied. Yesterday and today combined, around 2 golds. See? She must not have gone far. She'll last a week, maybe 2 at most, and when she comes back, I'll punish her greatly. The father stated firmly. Mother say, I really hope nothing happens to her, honey, he added coldly. Doing something that breaks her parents' hearts like this. I'll have her learn how privileged her life was. She'll see how hard it is when you run away from home. Karina Leopold, he shouted. A grown woman like that. Does she not think at all? No matter how hurt she was, how could she? The father faltered, her voice breaking. Mother asked, Honey, did something happen? The father asked suddenly. The servant returned with more news. Karina left for the southern area, she say. Ah. And? What happened to Karina? He confessed. We lost her trail. She was last seen boarding a carriage to the capital, she snapped. What if she runs into trouble? We should send more people after her and take her back in. What do you mean, take her in? The father cut in. If she hates home that much, let her do what she wants. If she walked out on her own, she's not allowed to set foot back in this mansion without bowing for forgiveness. Cassis. Yes, sir. Tell the ones tracking her to keep going. Money will not be an issue, Cassis nodded. I understand my load. I know Karina acted without thinking, she said gently. But she was probably disappointed. Father snapped again. You should stop covering for her. Does it even make sense that she ran away over a birthday party? I will be losing a lot of face if unnecessary rumors start. She's a smart kid. She'll come back on her own before things get too serious, he asked. How's Lia? She is not lonely. If it's Karina, she would even wake up from her sleep, she replied. It looked like she was going to Karina's room earlier. But I didn't say anything. The atmosphere was already bad. She's better than her immature sister. Abilia may act like a child, but she's thoughtful, and Karina must have had a reason for acting like that. What was she struggling with? Was it money? Something she couldn't buy? She's just complacent. The father sneered. She's never faced real hardship, Mother thoughts. Of course, Karina didn't lack anything. Came the reluctant agreement. Well, let's stop talking about this, the father said at last. It'll be a month at most. Yes. A month at most, the mother echoed. Later that night, a soft voice called. Your Grace? Karina addressed stirred weakly. Really, it really is. Duke Milian Pastellio. Reply. Your fever hasn't gone down at all. Lie down, she say. But Your Grace, why are you? Didn't I promise you? Came the reply. You didn't want a doctor, even if it meant dying. It was a bad time to call someone for help, and so I decided to stay by your side until morning. Really? He asked. Why else would I be reading documents here, instead of in a proper office? She replied. But isn't it a pain? Duke say. A pain to look after a sick patient? He asked, voice level. You are a guest, and I am the owner. Since you fulfilled your promise, properly act like a guest, Karina replied. Okay, he said. Do you need anything? I've never looked after someone before. I'm not good at it, she say. For real? This is your first time? Milian Pastellio added. It is. This is also my first. That seemed to explain everything. There's no way a sheltered noble lady would be taking care of a patient. Karina looked away. But I like it, she admitted. Having someone by my side when I'm sick. I'm always the one by my younger siblings and brothers' sides. Duke wondered silently. Does she mean no one ever took care of her? Now that he thought about it, hadn't there been another lady from the Leopolds who had a weak constitution? It's hard for a house with a patient to truly return to normal. And if it's a family that loves each other, it's bound to be unbalanced. He frowned. If your fever doesn't go down, it'll be pretty bad. There's medicine in my bag. She remembered suddenly. I forgot I brought it, Duke added. Medicine? I'll get it immediately, Karina replied. No, she interrupted gently. Not now, Duke Milian say. No. Your fever is too high, but still, I don't want it, he added. You're as stubborn as a mule, she replied. My body feels cold and heavy, and my vision is blacking out, but I'm happy. I keep smiling because of the warmth of the hand I'm holding. It's still dawn, so try to sleep a little more. If I sleep, will you leave? No, I will stay here till Pun wakes up. Go to sleep. I will stay by your side until you fall asleep, Karina think. This feeling, it's like receiving a surprise birthday present, Duke thought. The telegram. It's better to send it after winter passes. It seems like this girl also has her own problems. It seems like she has no one she can rely on back at home. If it's only for 3 or 4 months, I think I can stay by her side. My lady? Your Grace, he say. Why are you up already when your fever just went down? She smiled. I felt stuffy just lying down in bed. It's been a week since the day I fainted and woke up. If I really need to say what has happened since then, it's that my body becomes exhausted even when walking slowly, and that he comes here every day and, like a greeting, puts his hand on my forehead to check my fever. He added, Your fever has gone down a lot, but why are you acting like a scared rabbit? I'm not going to eat you up, so don't worry. And lunch? She replied. Not yet. I didn't want to be a burden, so I kept out of his sight, Duke said. I haven't had lunch either. Shall we eat together? Then take your time getting ready and come out. I'll wait for you outside, she think. Unlike his blunt first impression, he cared for me more than I expected. Now that I think of it, I will be here often due to the subjugation of the demonic beasts. So there is no need for you to move to the detached house, Karina say. Will I be in the way if I follow you to subdue the demonic beasts? Isn't that obvious? Anyway, It seems like you enjoy painting pictures? Your bag is filled with tools for painting, she replied. Yes, I like painting. Even my family members didn't ask me this, he told. Then at dawn, go up to the roof and watch the sunrise. Yes, I will definitely go see it. Instead. I'm sorry, Karina added. No, I'm the one who's sorry. What do you mean by instead? Duke Milian said. Please be careful when going up to the roof, as the lady's body is still very weak. I understand, he said. The winds in the north are cold in the mornings and evenings, so please make sure to dress warmly, she said. Yes, Duke replied. And before you go to the rooftop, be sure to let Peng or me know. Every hour, you must come down to warm yourself up, she think. Since he's so naggy, I think his servants won't like him very much. Keep this in mind if you don't want to become a dried-up squid, she say. Again with the squid, Duke said. Do you not know what you looked like at the engagement ceremony? You were being dragged by the maids. The expression on your face made it seem like you were dragged there by force. If you didn't like it that much, you should have said something, Karina added. That was something that was predetermined, and the engagement proceeded without considering my opinion. And because of Leah's sickness, my parents were unable to attend the engagement ceremony. If I offended you, I'm sorry, he told her that. No, you don't need to apologize. I was too focused on honoring the late predecessor's will, so I wasn't able to greet you properly. So it's also my fault. What I'm trying to say is, if there is something you don't like, I want you to tell me that you don't like it, he asked. It means that if there's something that you don't like, tell it to me straight, that you don't like it, Karina think. But I couldn't say that I didn't like something until now. Arvelia would have had to be the one engaged if I refused the engagement. Duke say, do you have foods you don't like? She reply, I don't like greasy foods. You must like soft foods, just like how you look. Let's hurry. You must be hungry. Your Grace, it's very beautiful here in the winter when it rains, but the weather is quite harsh, he said. After consulting with the northern artisans, we decided to make a glass dome. Then, when will there be snow? He say. It's quite cold this year, so around the beginning of next month, she added. Even in the winter, the Count's territory isn't cold, so it wasn't cold enough to snow. Duke Milian reply. I guess so. How can you compare it to this place? Moreover, the food is getting cold. Hurry up and eat. Put all the non-greasy foods over there. Her inner thought. He's caring for me before I even start eating, he asked. Are you so weak that if you hold the tableware, you'll cough up blood? I'm not that weak. I'm so sorry. I thought of him as a blunt person when I didn't even know him, and that he'd be the victim if something happens because of me. I didn't think it through enough, Duke said. What's wrong? Is the food not to your liking? Your Grace. You can just call me Milian or Lion. Okay, so what is it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for coming to you without telling you about it first. I thought you would have refused without a doubt had I asked beforehand. Of course, but that isn't because I don't like you, nor is it because it's a pain. It's simply because it's dangerous. Don't think too much about what I said on your first day here. I'll officially apologize for that, she replied. Okay, and there's no guarantee that my situation will get better if I tell him. Worst case scenario. If I can't even stay in this place any longer, he say. And, thank you for the meal, he said. I'll prepare more foods that are easier to eat next time, so eat up. At this rate, the chef will cry. Yes, is it good? Yes, very. It's been a while since I've been this full, she think. Even such a normal conversation was so fun. Should I try going up there tomorrow? Duke asked. What are you? Are my words just a joke to you? I'm sorry. So, explain to me why you were up on the roof with only a robe on. Didn't you promise me? Karina added. Did I? I remember. First, to let Milian or the butler know whenever you go out. Second, to dress warmly. Lastly, to come down every hour to warm up your body. Thoughts raised in her mind. However, no one's here. Are they all asleep? I don't want to bother anyone. It should be fine since I'm just going to quickly take a look. I have to draw this. A little more. Your Grace, he shouted. Just tell me you want to turn to ice. I'll shove you into an ice bath. I didn't know I was there for so long. It wasn't on purpose, she say. Is this a time to be laughing? Duke asked. Why don't you just become a human heater? We'll save on fuel costs. Your Grace, are you cold? He replied. Are you saying that to me? I was put in a blanket for an hour. That drawing, can I see it? She say. Yes, it's nothing special, he added. My brother Infric is so talented with the sword that he entered the Emperor's direct knight order. Compared to Peldon, who can imitate anything he sees once, or Arvelia, who is skilled enough with her hands to make complex and beautiful embroidery. Something like my drawing is too simple. When I look at you, I feel that you're too modest, to the point that it's bad, he replied. I'm not well versed in this area, so I cannot give a professional opinion. But this drawing is amazing, Karina said. I never thought that the view from my mansion was so beautiful. Have confidence, my lady. It's my first time hearing words like that, he replied. I'm telling the truth. I'm looking forward to the finished product. I'm grateful to you saying that, even if it's just empty praise, he asked. Empty praise? I don't joke about things like this. If it's a drawing without potential, I would tell you to look for a different line of work, she said. That's true, Duke added. If you don't believe me, why don't you give me the finished product? I'll try to call an acquaintance to ask him for his assessment. I'll hand it over when it's finished, but I'm fine without the assessment. I'm not trying to show it off or anything. I just reached this point in order to quell my loneliness, Inner thought. But it's too embarrassing to tell him that. Your Grace, can I take this blanket off now? Your Grace, it's Maria. Come in. Are you the one who made this young lady roll? Stop joking around. It seems like her body has become weak due to the long voyage. Moreover, she was sitting on the roof while the cold wind was blowing all day. He say, Yes, I understand. Young lady, please excuse me, Your Grace? Duke say, What are you doing, my lady? Karina reply, I told you I don't like doctors. Then you shouldn't have acted in a way that made me call them. Get yourself examined now, she replied. I'll be fine if I rest, Duke Mirion said. I guess using just words won't cut it. Now let's head to the bed. Your Grace. What are you doing to the young lady? You should carry her properly if you're going to carry her, Duke say. Wasn't that being considerate enough? He shouted. How in the world is that being considerate? Who treats a lady like that? Is the young lady some disobedient soldier? Your Grace, you can't treat Southerners like you treat Northerners. Is that so? I'm sorry, my lady. Please forgive His Grace's actions, miss. Also, may I ask you to give me your hand? How is she? Please rest if you're tired, miss. Her inner thought. I shouldn't fall asleep. Why do you have such a dark expression? He explained. The lady's body condition is very bad. Her pulse is irregular and weak. The sound of her heart is distant and faint. She even has spots. It's uncommon in the north, but this is similar to the symptoms of art disease, Duke asked. Art disease? He replied. Yes. Isn't the iOS Empire the country blessed by art? The north has only recently been conquered, therefore there are mostly soldiers here. However, the south, especially its capital, has several talented artists. I know. So, sometimes, those who are excessively blessed are born. They commonly create miracles with their art. Such miracles surpass the power of man. You could call it God's authority, Duke said. Come to think of it, the pieces that Periel plays with all his heart have powers of healing, he replied. That's right. The Carlos family is a renowned family of artists, even in the Empire, Duke Mirion asked. So what you're saying is this SQUI? No, Lady Leopold is an artist with the power to create miracles, Doctor said. Yes. The faint spots from under her armpit to her inner arm is one of the symptoms, Duke think. Indeed. Her drawing was amazing, even to me, who knows nothing about art. I never thought that the view I was accustomed to was this beautiful. I felt like I was experiencing her view of it through the drawing. So, how serious is her condition? Doctor say. That's, her body's gotten very weak. But with my skills, I can't tell what type it is. Type? He added. There's several categories of art disease. The mildest symptom of art disease is just reduced stamina. The next mildest is losing one of your senses or control of a limb. And though this is very rare, it can be life-threatening as well. So in the worst-case scenario, the lady could die. It's a very rare case. But to put it bluntly, yes, that's right, Duke replied. It's too cruel to be a blessing from God, Doctor said. It seems like this is beyond the strength of a human, Duke inner thinking. I can't ask her, since she's sleeping because of her fever. Is there a way to cure this? As far as I'm aware, I don't think there is. I can only stand by and watch her lose either a limb or her life. If she wants to live, she needs to stop drawing. However, that is not what usually happens, he say. Can you really put your life on a scale with painting? Why not let it go? Would your Grace simply let go of your sword if you were going to die by either losing a limb or your life otherwise? Duke added. Sorry, I was being too close-minded, Doctor replied. Those who have gotten the art disease possess skills that are so rare. Their love for art is simply that great. Duke think. There were no talks about that during the engagement ceremony. I assume she's lived the majority of her life devoting herself to art. You worked hard. I will send a messenger through Periel, doctor replied. Yes, but as her body is still very weak, please be careful. I will leave fever-reducing medication. Alright, Duke Mirion inner monologue. What on earth is she trying to hide? She was crying back then. On the engagement ceremony day, she was staring with such a lonely expression at the place where the Count's next heir and his younger brother were sitting, and when someone came over to greet us, I was dumbfounded by how she greeted them, and all I could say to her was that she was acting like a squid. I thought she would be angry, but she just laughed like an idiot. Before the snow gets any heavier, it would be good if Periel's reply came. Yes, teacher, you're suddenly going to the north. What are you saying? Teacher said. Please take over the role of doctor for now. If I'm quick, I'll be back before spring next year. Nocturne say. Teacher, winter in the north is dangerous. It's fine. If I leave now, although it would cut it close, I'll arrive before winter comes. Winter will arrive while you're on your way. What are you going down there for? A month ago, a young lady who does not have many days left to live and has the art disease came by. She said she was going to the north, but it's been on my mind, teacher added. There are not many doctors in the north that know much about the art disease, he replied. No, but she doesn't have many days to live, which means that the art disease is a different variant. You're right. It's a variant that I've never seen before. It's probably too late for me to do anything. She is most likely dead, Nocturne said. Then why are you leaving? That miss. It seemed like she was from a noble family. But for her condition to become like that, it's most likely her parents did not have any interest in her. If they paid her a little more attention, it wouldn't have become like this, he think. It's common for parents to abandon their children, but there are no parents that are that cruel. Anyway, Nocturne, treat all patients fairly and don't discriminate. I'm leaving you as the temporary doctor until I come back. But if I hear bad rumors, I won't leave you be. Yes, please don't worry. I will be careful, he think. But who is that patient? What was it? Something Rina. I can't remember it clearly. Anyway, I'll leave this in your care, he replied. Yes. Have a safe trip, Nocturne thinking aloud. Rina, could it be the Leopold families? No, the name Rina is common. On top of that, a terminally ill patient? No, it can't be, Paradin said. Elsewhere, is there still no news of Karina? It's been 1 month since she left, Father said. There is only one report stating that she might have gotten mixed up in the crowds in the capital. Father, I think it's best to rely on the soldiers. A misunderstanding that spread through the capital would be troublesome, Father replied. Who does she resemble for her to be this stubborn? Paradin say. But still, it's a concern. If something were to happen, did I not have Karina's portrait? He think. He knows where my room is. I thought he forgot because he hasn't visited me for the past few years. As Arvelia is sick, her room is closest to the stairs for the doctor to access her room more easily. Infric has the next room over because he needs to go to work every day. Peldon is the next youngest sibling, so he has the next room after Infric. And Karina's room is… What did Karina say back then? Father, I like the rooms over there too. This room is far from the stairs and it's scary. Thinking raised in his mind. Back then I scolded her harshly because she's the older sister and needed to stop acting immaturely. Looking at it now, it does look like it would scare a young child. Besides the time I scolded her because she gave the younger ones food of her own volition. When was the last time I came here? The room looks a little cramped for an adult to use, as well. You should have asked for something if you needed it. This last year. I think this is the place we visited as Arvelia's body's condition improved. Back then, was Karina not there? Cassius? What are you doing here, dear? He replied. I was thinking. What brings you here? Mother say about her daughter Karina that. Recently, Karina's empty spot has been on my mind, but this room seems very unfamiliar. What is that? I think Karina painted this. It's been a while since I've seen Karina's paintings. Did Karina originally paint? She replied. When she was young, she came and showed them to me from time to time, but from some point on, she didn't show me them anymore. Maybe she was embarrassed, so I thought she didn't like painting anymore. Is Karina doing fine? Karina, father said. She is smart, so she will overcome anything. For now, I will inform the nobles we are close to. She has never rebelled like this before. Why? I have lots of thoughts on my mind. Lia keeps asking when her older sister is coming back. And Peldon keeps asking if he can go out and find her too. He added, since that child is not here, please look after Liao well, dear. We can't have her condition worsen because she keeps worrying and doesn't sleep. Just in case, you should send a message to the Duke. To Duke Pastellio? There is no way she would have gone there. The road to the north is more harsh than you think. The money needed for travel is also too much. She has lots of fears and is timid. She is most likely in the capital somewhere and relying on someone. I'll take care of it, so don't worry, dear. I will spread a small rumor to those we know around the capital. She think, how? Looking at this drawing, I'm filled with thoughts of loneliness and bitterness. Nocturne say, why do you have such an expression, Lia? You can tell? He said, I keep thinking about Uni. It's been about 2 months since she's left the house. Karina Leopold, a quiet and unremarkable child. In the midst of the dazzling blonde hair, her dull brown hair was not as eye-catching. But, Abelia said, you know, I'm not sure when, but when I was sick, Uni stayed by my side. So I wasn't lonely even though I had no friends. If I asked her to read me picture books, she did, and if I asked her to sleep with me, she did, he replied. I see, she added. When I said I was lonely, she stayed with me instead of meeting her friends. To be honest, when I was young, I got jealous of her being able to go out. So on purpose, I stopped her from seeing her friends. But now I don't, he say. It seems like young Miss Karina was a great older sister. Nocturne think, maybe you don't know that she wasn't that fond of you. I trusted you to hold on. The time when she muttered words under her breath. Don't trust me, because her affection was so sincere that this whole time, I thought she was only acting. He added, shouldn't she at least send a letter? Because of her sick younger sister? Don't worry too much. Or you can get better quickly so you can go out and find her, Abelia said. Should I? Recently I found one of Uni's incredible traits. What that is, look at this. Nocturne becomes surprised after seeing the painting. Painting? This. It really looks like you're looking at it in real life. It's a painting. But how can it be so vivid? Did young Miss Karina really paint this? Abelia say. Yes. I saw it when I went into her room. Her painting is so amazing. But she didn't say anything about it. If it was me, I would have run to mother and asked for compliments. Uni really can do everything well by herself. You're going? He said. Yes. There is something important that I forgot to do. I understand. Bye. Karina think, like sand slipping through my fingers, no matter how much I tried to plug it. In order to receive attention at the cost of my disappearing life, I had to become miserable. That's why I looked towards the north to run away. In the north, my family wouldn't be able to touch me, and Miriam, you hate me all the same. To think you would ignore me. He told me to live like I wasn't there. You're a customer, and I'm the owner. Since the promise you offered has been achieved, I can treat you like a customer properly. She say, how could you be so kind to me? If you're a person, you must have bad plans towards someone else. That's how I learned that life isn't fair, and that there is a rank to everything. I'm still a customer to Miriam, more or less. So how could he be so concerned for me? I'm going to die, and he will continue to live, whether it's sympathy or concern. He needed to act like he has absolutely no feelings for me. If Miriam gets even the slightest sense of guilt about my death. The book I saw before, it has a charm that can erase memories. If only I had the book, I could do it. She added, my ability is, I can draw and create anything, as long as I see, feel, and understand it. In extreme cases, if I drew a dead person's heart, I could even bring that person back to life for a moment. Of course, as time goes by, a complete revival of the disappearing strength would be impossible. But it's still an incredible ability. If I were born into a family with an extensive history of the arts, they would have supported me properly. Karina think, what use is it to think about families now? Would it be better for me to leave right now? Should I just go to an abbey? There isn't much of the medicine left, and I don't have the strength to return south. What should I do? What are you talking about? Duke entered. You're awake, Your Grace. What type is it? She replied. Sorry, he added. It seems like you're suffering from art disease. I heard from Maria that the art disease has different types. I'm asking what type it is among those. I apologize, he said. Don't apologize, just answer the question, Karina said. I know that I'm selfish and do thoughtless things. Your Grace, it's not your fault. I'm sorry that I came to see you without asking. I wasn't thinking straight. We can't even hold a conversation. Can't we just pretend that this never happened? What do you mean by pretend it never happened? Karina Leopold, she replied. Yes? Was that question too difficult for you to answer? She say. Your Grace, Now that we're at the second home, can't your grace just act like you don't care about me? Duke added. I won't do anything to annoy you. If you're still concerned, I'll just leave. Do you feel better now that we're at the second home? Just tell me, are your arms and legs going to be paralyzed? Or is it the type where you lose your life? Are you really going to be like this? There's no doctor that can help heal you in the north. You can't even go out because of the demonic beasts, she replied. I don't need a doctor. They can't help me anyway. He told her that. Maria said that if you stop doing art, you'll get better, Karina said to him. No. If I do that, I'll have nothing left. If I stop drawing, then I'll have nothing in my life. It's a friend I've had my entire life. It's a friend I've had my whole life, Milian asked. Then tell me why you came here. Was it really because you needed to cool off your head? Don't tell me we can't talk about that too. I'm putting up with this because of you, Karina said. It might be a long story. Is that alright with you, Your Grace? Milian said. It's alright. I'll listen to it no matter how long it takes. Karina thinking. I've never said what was on my mind to anyone before. Where do I begin? 10 minutes later. Milian, my lady, to be honest, I knew I had the art disease a week before I came here. I needed a quiet place to gather my thoughts, and I'm not sure if it's my persecution complex, but I felt wronged by my family. Milian asked. Could you give me some examples? When the day of my birthday party clashed with my older brother's graduation ceremony, I had to spend my birthday alone, or forcibly having to share the precious wallet I received from my mother as a birthday present, or being compared to my younger siblings, while they were getting compliments on small achievements. I was ignored by my parents when I did well, Karina said. I wanted to leave that house, because I didn't want that cycle to repeat itself. I'm so immature and childish, right? Milian asked. Why? Did you ruin your brother's graduation ceremony because you had to spend your birthday alone? Karina replied. No, Milian said. Did you throw a tantrum because you wanted your wallet back? Or did you hit your younger siblings? Karina. No, Milian added. Did you harass your younger siblings? Because they were the only ones to get compliments. Karina surprised. Just, what are you trying to say? Milian said. Being childish is being scared because you accidentally spilled water on your father's documents, so you ran away from home for a week. That's not something like what you did. So what is immature and childish? You even yielded to your older brother and younger siblings. Karina replied. Yes, but it's obvious to yield for your family. Milian asked. It's obvious? How so? Karina said. Well, that's, since when did I think that yielding was an obvious thing to do? Milian softly said. My lady, Karina Leopold. Karina added. Yes, don't hold back. Just cry, Your Grace. Milian added. I think this is how you comfort someone when they're crying. You'll feel better once you cry it all out. You can continue your story after. She cries silently. Duke think she's going to become stressed if she's crying like this and holding back. Karina thinking, how long has it been since I've cried in front of someone like this? Have you stopped crying? Karina reply. Your Grace. Milian gently. Since I stayed with you like this, you should be saying thank you instead. Go on. Karina, softly. Thank you? Duke. Milian added. You shouldn't say sorry, and I'm Felix Opakarin. If you keep saying things that will degrade yourself, others will also start to get used to those words too. Those words will then become easy to those people, and it'll become something obvious to you. Then the meaning of those words will decline, and they will ignore them, and you will feel yourself becoming smaller. However, whenever you hear the words thank you, you will feel happy. Karina reflective. I never thought about this before. To evade the situation, I always said I was at fault. And it can't be helped. So they say. It's fine. So those words started to fade and lose their meaning. They were tying me down. Karina gently. Thank you, Milian. If it's okay with you, please call me Karina from now on. Or Lena as well is good too, he say. Okay, I will. Then rest, my la. No, Karina. Pen. Entering. Your Grace. Duke Perio Carlos's reply has arrived. Milian say. That was a fast reply, even for him. However, what is that expression on your face, Pen? Pen said. I just thought that Your Grace was truly living up to his title. What are you talking about? Give me the letter. He opens it. It's obvious that the beginning is going to be nothing but rubbish, and you want me to use that amazing miracle and come check up on someone. You mannerless fuck. Learn how to ask for favors and come back. Perio. Carlos. Milian say. Seems like it will take some time for him to arrive. Then we will just need to wait this out. And where do young ladies tend to go and enjoy? The training hall? Penn said. I will look into it. Coachman said. You're lucky, doctor. It's usually impossible to bypass the northern region inspection during early winter, since they're so busy with the demonic monster expeditions. If we keep going at this speed, we should reach the duchy before snowfall, Doctor reply. Is that so? Thanks for your help. I'm glad we won't be late. Coachman say, I'm the one that should be thanking you. You saved my sick daughter. But why are you drawing a map on a piece of fabric? He asked. You mean this? There's someone who will be looking for it, Karina said to him. I've developed a new hobby recently. It's to draw every morning, while I watch him train. Someone who has his own source of light like the sun. Unlike me, I've gotten lost watching him training, in the dim moonlight many times over. When I see him, I get so motivated. By the time I realize it, it's always daybreak. She think, I should start jotting in that soon. But by the time I sit down, I'm not sure what to write. Should I ask Milian what's good to sightsee? On the streets of the northern region? Duke entered. Is there anything else to see in the northern region? Aside from demonic beasts? Karina calling. Milian, please knock when you enter my room. He replied. I knocked more than 5 times. What were you doing that you couldn't even hear me? Wait, not that. What is this? I was wondering why you wake up late every day. And, were you drawing this at dawn? Karina shyly. That, Milian, wielding the sword, in the gleaming moonlight looked so cool. So, he say, is that right? Karina added. Yes, if I keep a record of things by drawing them, I can always remember them, even when time passes. But what's the matter? Duke say I was going out for a round of inspection, and thought you could join me. You must be feeling stuffy, from staying cooped up inside the house all day, right? Karina smiling. Yes, let's go. Karina thinking. Milian, he said, we're going to ride the carriage and walk when we get closer. Will that be alright? Karina reply. Yes, he added. Then, let's leave. Servant bowing. Please return safely, sir. Duke, thinking. Come to think of it, she just looks like a regular noble lady right now. Did you learn your etiquette from your parents? Karina said. I was taught etiquette from the Marquis, whereas my other siblings were taught by my parents. He asked. How come? Because my younger sister was very ill at the time. They didn't have much time to look after me, I guess. He thinking. I guess it would be rude of me to question further. It's been catching my eye for a while. But what is that? Karina added. It's a notebook to write down the things I want to do, but there are still many empty pages left. I don't know what to write down in it, Duke said. Does it need to be extravagant at all? Don't think too hard about it. Write down small things at a time. It doesn't have to be things you can do right now, right? I know it's not my place to say, but I see that you overthink things a lot. Even just now, you got upset and angry about the fact that you were taught etiquette by someone else, unlike the rest of your siblings. He say again. Karina, the world is wide. Don't make yourself small in your memories at the county. The county simply grew a tree that was too big for its small pot, in its place for a prolonged period of time. The tree, unfortunately, had to spread its roots in that tiny pot. But even if the tree outgrew the pot now, it's not your fault. Karina laughing. What? Why are you laughing? He say. I envisioned a tree with legs. I was being serious right now. Karina softly. Thank you, Milian, he asked. Did you say something? Karina reply. It's nothing. Come here and have a look. A festival? Harvest festival? Karina thinking. Does the north also have food scarcity in the winter? He say. No. In the winter, we are able to eat lots of meat. Why is her reaction so obvious? A lot of meat? Is he replenishing the health of his body for the upcoming demon hunts? Karina aloud. What kind of meat is so abundant? Demonic meat. Karina reply. Yes? Where will the food come from when the roads to the north are closed due to the demonic monsters? We exterminate the demonic beasts that come down to the village due to hunger, and eat their meat. Not just the meat. We use the leather and bones for ornaments as well. Is it that fascinating? Karina added. Yes, this is very blatant. It's like this is alive. He say. Is there anything you want? Background voice. Agu. Coming through, he said. It seems like a demonic beast has appeared. I need to go take a look. Have the reinforcements arrived? Your Grace. Duke asked. The situation? Soldier reply. The advanced squad is now confronting it. Duke added. Everyone, maintain your defensive stance. Do not back away, my lady. Please wait here. All of you, protect the young lady. Karina calling. His name Milian. Guard guiding. Young miss, this way. Karina thinking. But Milian just jumped down from here. He is fine. The Lord will not be hurt by such a thing. Guard showing. Take a look. This is a demonic beast called Hydra, which has appeared recently. He is so strong that even we have trouble landing our hits on him. To kill it, you need to know its weakness. But it's not as easy as it sounds. This is barely enough for the Lord to chase away. Karina clenching fists. I want to be of some help to Milian. Karina thinking, this might be of some help. Soldier say, it's over, guard said. Young miss, we will escort you to where the Lord. Guard shocked. Young miss? Duke said. How many casualties? Soldier reply. There are only those with minor injuries, and none with serious injuries. Duke Milian, turning to her. Karina, you should have stayed up there. I would have come to you instead. He quietly. It's fine now. It's okay. He worried. Karina, why are your hands so cold? Did those bastards who you were with not give you a blanket or something? Karina softly. It was not that cold. Duke Milian, handing something. Take this as a gift. Screams in the background. No way. Duke, snapping. To the bastards who just screamed. That's 100 laps at the training area. Soldiers gritting teeth. Yes. Karina touching something. Is this a rock? He added. No, it's not a rock. It's warm. This is called a heron. It's a rare item that comes from subduing a demonic beast. Karina surprised. Subduing a beast? Why are you giving this to me? Duke said. How do I explain this? It's a custom in the north. There's a superstition that if a weak person has this in their possession, they will become healthy. I hope you will become healthy. Karina smiling. Thank you. I'm happy. Duke say. We will explore the festival tomorrow. Shall we return for now? She reply. Yes. Scene change. At the estate. Dr. Winston. Your complexion looks better. It's been a while, my lady. Karina shocked. Doctor? How come you're here? Dr. Winston. Where there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, who's that person beside you? Duke say. I'm Milian Pastellio. Dr. Winston formally. I'm Winston, Your Excellency. Dr. Winston thinking. His name did sound familiar. So she was the lady from Leopold who was engaged to His Grace. It seems like we'll have a long talk, so let's return for now. Scene change. Carlos' estate. Imperial. Carlos say. Thank you so much for coming. It must have been exhausting. Duke said. No, thank you for your hospitality, especially on such short notice. Duke Imperial Carlos, head of the Carlos household. He think. Is the painting I requested prepared? Attendant. Yes, I have prepared it. But why? What's that? Imperial. Carlos quietly. It's okay. I know him. Can you give me the message? Messenger say. Here it is, Your Grace. Imperial. Carlos reading. The guy who never contacts me. Why is he suddenly? Art disease? Art discussion scene. Imperial. Carlos wide-eyed. This is, Count Pell said. You want to see the paintings painted by the second-born. Did you bring all of them? Messenger added. Yes, I brought all of them. Count Pell say. Although I'm not sure if these paintings will impress the Duke of the Carlos household, who is quite well versed in art. Imperial. Carlos cutting him off. It looks like you need to improve your judgment in art, Count. Even people who are not familiar with art would laugh. Count Pell angered. What? I don't know why you suddenly came to see the paintings made by Karina, but, to be honest, I feel very uncomfortable. Imperial. Carlos accusing. Look who's talking. Especially when you stored the art like that. Imperial. Carlos serious. I learned this through sponsoring many artists. Those who have the art disease and have a great relationship with their families are very uncommon, so I have seen many artists who hide their disease. However, Imperial. Carlos to himself. Was their relationship so bad that she completely hid her art? Imperial. Carlos to Count. Count. It looks like you're unaware of the fact that your daughter has the art disease? Count Pell denying. How so? Karina never had talent from the beginning. Imperial. Carlos. I think you're mistaken. If she was that sick, how could she have left home? Servant shocked. The young lady left home? Count Pell defensive. That's because her whereabouts are difficult to find right now. Imperial. Carlos incredulous. So in this household, the term leaving home also includes going to her fiancé's? If you really want to know the details, then the person who sent me here was Duke Pastellio himself. Count Pell firmly. Karina is in the north? Imperial. Carlos calling out, claiming that the young lady is healthy when you don't even know her whereabouts. Count Pell offended. So you're saying that my close friend is lying? Imperial. Carlos calmly. That's an absurd accusation. Count Pell said. If your business here is done, please leave. Imperial. Carlos turning away. All right. I don't think there's anything useful here. Then I will take my leave now. Count Pell added grateful. I am grateful for the information you shared about the child. I will repay you in the future. Imperial. Carlos to himself, smirking. This is amusing, he say. Amusing, Your Excellency? So you don't believe that she has the art disease, but you believe that she's in the north? Count Pell stunned. What? Imperial. Carlos shaking head. That sounds like you only want to hear things you want to believe. and find interesting? If it was me, and someone told me that my child was sick, I think I would first ask if the child is okay, and what sickness they have. Period. Carlos coldly. Then goodbye. There were a lot of artworks, where the main subject was gone, and only the background remained. Period. Carlos softly. Then that means, caption appearing with visual, miracle of creation. Period. Carlos grim. It might already be too late. Scene inside a room. Come in. Father, things finished earlier than expected, so I'm back. Also, Nocturne had something to report to you, so we've come together. Father, how is Avelia? Nocturne. Say, although she doesn't seem to have much energy, her overall condition is good. If she doesn't push herself too hard, she should be able to participate in banquets and tea parties. Father reply. That's a relief. Please look after her well, since she must be lonely. What about Dahlia? She's been having muscle aches due to sleep deprivation and built-up tiredness. If she rests adequately and takes her medicine, she will get better soon. Father, all right, then I will take my leave now. Thinking, should I say something about Lady Karina's art disease? But if Liao comes to know about that, I shouldn't say anything. Since teacher has gone to check up on her, I'm sure I'll hear some news during spring when he returns. Father said. Duke Carlos visited just earlier. Milian, did you meet him? Father, I saw an unfamiliar carriage a while ago. So, what business did he have to visit? It seems that Karina is with Duke Pastellio. Then we must go get her immediately. Father added. Keep your voice down. The northern checkpoint gate must be closed by now anyway, so it's impossible to visit. Empress, when you attended Karina's engagement party in my stead, did you see what type of person Duke Pastellio was? It's as you have heard. There was nothing I could find fault in, and during the engagement party, he seemed to check on Karina from time to time. I didn't get to see clearly, but it looked like Karina liked him as well. Father thinking, so she left to go to him with that small amount of interest. They're not even married yet. What is this situation? On top of that, we've received no letters from her, so our worries have been increasing. There is nothing more unfilial than this. Empress reply. What do you think about talking to Karina when she comes back? Because she never talked back. It might just be that we didn't know what her true thoughts were. We need to meet with her first to talk to her. No, just where did things go wrong? Scene shift. New character enters. Karina ask. How did you find me? Dr. Winston say. I relied on the strength of the miracles. Karina shocked. What? Miracles? Although I look like this, I'm quite skilled in embroidery, Karina said. My goodness. Duke added. Do you do something with the embroidery? Dota. Winston reply. Yes. I can find anything with it. For example, if I need to find my glasses, I just need to think then. If I burn the embroidery into any shape, I can find out where it is. When I was young, I used this skill to catch criminals to help out the guards. Duke said. You're using past tense. Could you also have? Dr. Winston say. Yes, you're right. I have the art disease. On top of that, I'm also quite unlucky. I am slowly losing my eyesight. If God really does exist, then I think that God is quite cruel. To take away an embroiderer's eye is very cruel indeed, Karina say. Then, you can't see anything right now, Dr. Winston say. No. Accurately speaking, almost, I can still see somewhat. I came and found you with no problems, right? Duke said. Then, is your disease cured? Dr. Winston added. Honestly speaking, there is no cure for the art disease, he say. There is no cure? However, your eyesight is still okay, Dr. Winston reply. Stop doing embroidery. That is the simplest and fastest solution. Is that really the only way? He added. Yes. To begin with, not everyone contracts the art disease. The percentage of artists that can perform miracles is barely 1%. However, losing their senses, like eyesight, is not a rare side effect of the art disease. The rarest side effect is losing one's life due to being able to perform miracles. Roughly, every 50 to 60 years, someone will die because of it, Duke added. If it's like that, then the chance of losing one's life is quite low. But, how about we talk about my art disease? Alright. I don't mind. Duke Milian think about Karina's expression. Karina said. Milian, today was fun. If it's okay with you, please offer me this opportunity again. Does the Duke not know yet? Yes. It sours the mood. To live with someone who will be dying soon. Thinking. That's why I was planning on running away quietly, because I didn't want to hurt Milian. But the comfort that Milian gives me is so warm. A little. I want to stay here a little longer. Don't you think I'm very selfish? Dr. Winston say. I apologize for deceiving you with my real identity. she said. It's okay. That's not important when you have someone who is sick in front of you. But isn't there an appointed doctor for the Count's family? I don't really trust that person, so I went to find someone else. Why? He replied. The story will be long. The pain of the heart is the root of all diseases. What sort of things happened? She reflecting. The one at the center of my life was always someone else, not me. I supported my older brother quietly as he was the heir, and I looked after my younger siblings. And it was natural for an older sister to sacrifice things for her younger siblings. In my life, I couldn't be greedy. Flashback as a child. As child, Karina added, Mom, can I sleep with you tonight just this once? Mother reply. You can't, I'm tired today. Go back to your room, Karina say. Just today, Mother angrily. I told you not today. I'm tired because I had to comfort Peldon, because you made him cry. If you were a good older sister, you would have just given it to him. Younger siblings. I wished I never had any younger siblings, Mother said. I knew you were immature. But how could you be this immature? How can you call yourself an older sister? You should be grateful to have been born healthy. And you can't even be nice to your younger siblings. If only Liao was half as healthy as you, Karina told him. If I said I was sick, they treated it as if I was not, saying that compared to the sick children, how pleasant my life was. And if I threw another tantrum, they would throw me away in the slums. Doctor softly. Staying next to those who hurt you is a tough thing to do. You did well for enduring so long. I'm not sure if this would be of any help to you, young miss, but I also had a very sad time in my life too. I loved to embroider. However, those around me said, what kind of man does embroidery? And my parents wanted me to become a knight and receive a title. I didn't want that, so I relied on embroidery more. The moment I did embroidery, I couldn't think of anything else. Wasn't it the same for you? Doctor continued. But one day, I lost something precious to me. After looking for it for a long time, I gave up. After a funeral, you burn the items of the person who has passed, like you are sending them away. And that's how the miracle you saw just before happened. After that, it was like I became a hero. I went to catch criminals, help find those who ran away from home, and even found lost pets too, he added. In my life, where I was always ignored, I became the main character, and that feeling was indescribable. And after living like that for 20 years, my eyesight started to deteriorate. I wasn't able to create embroidery that I was happy with. I was given the diagnosis of the art disease, and I thought that if I continued like this, I would lose my life. I was desperate and wanted to die. Doctor inspired. On the trip where I decided to tie loose ends, I found a new dream. I wanted to heal those who were sick. Are you feeling okay? Even if you're feeling unwell, you need to stay strong for the sake of your child. Thank you, doctor. That's why I no longer want to call the art disease an incurable disease. And that's why I couldn't turn a blind eye toward you, she replied. I see, he say. And I think you made the right choice by putting distance between yourself and your family, young miss. Some say that facing those who have hurt you is the fastest way to heal those scars. However, I also think that putting yourself further away from those scars is also another way to heal them. Since you have now climbed that fence that was confining you, you should create new relationships and memories. She think. I just thought that I was a coward and ran away, doctor. But, he added, you haven't said anything about the family's designated doctor, she say. I'm a bit embarrassed to say it, however. The designated doctor first came to the residence when I was around 17 years old. As usual, I was taking a stroll around the garden. He entered. My apologies. I didn't know there was someone here. Who are you? He said. Winston, the Count family's designated doctor. I will be in your care, young miss. That was the beginning of my first love. Karina think. Meeting Nocturne was like the first spring, which came late. He had a sad personality, but also had good humor. I felt warmth for the first time in my life. I want to talk with Nocturne. Nocturne reply. Young Miss Karina. What is it? Karina said. I'm curious about one thing. Regarding you, Nocturne, he say. The flowers bloomed so nicely in the garden, so I wanted to show them to you. She think. By chance, was he planning on giving them to me? I have never received flowers from someone before. How do I react? He added. Arvelia. Here, please look at this flower. It's very pretty, right? It was all my misunderstanding anyway. Arvelia thinking. I want to play outside too. But even if I'm just a little bit sick, Nocturne will ask me not to go outside. Even if I fake being well, Nocturne knows straight away. Karina think. That's because Nocturne is always looking out for you. So that's probably why he is much warmer Lia, you're lying again, right? He's always nagging, being jealous of my younger sibling. I'm such a bad older sister, Nocturne shouted. Arvelia? She said. Nocturne, I didn't do it on purpose. Are you hurt anywhere? She replied. I'm fine, he say. Just what on earth did you do? Unlike you, Lia is weak, Karina added. That's not it. Suddenly the bookshelf. It's a relief that it fell towards you. What would you have done if it fell towards Lia? Why on earth did you bring her to such a dangerous place? You can't even protect her. Were you thinking of killing her? Do you even like Arvelia? Karina's shocked. What? That is not true, but if something bad befalls Lia, I will definitely block it. I cannot lose someone again. The designated family doctor carried Arvelia and left the study. I was very shocked, and it hurt because I was hit by the books, Karina said. I stayed in that spot, sitting on the floor, waiting for him to come back, but he did not. That guy, in the end, I even warned him to not see patients as his dead younger sister, and to treat everyone fairly. She added, I understood then. The family doctor didn't care for me, just like my parents. Everything to do with that child was a priority, she said, after receiving my health check. If he knew about my disease first, he wouldn't have said anything, just in case. It might be a big shock to Arvelia. A little while before, Duke Mirion think. It looked like she wanted to say something but didn't back then. It would be good for her to just say everything honestly and get it off her chest. I was told that I was immature, and I became furious and said I never wished to have any younger siblings. And that day was the first time I got slapped by my mother. Older voice reflecting. I don't have a hobby of eavesdropping and now, the present. But isn't this too? Now I understand. The way she smiles, the way she was looking around the market so excitedly, and the way she makes me frustrated, was all because everyone around that girl was like a huge wall, blocking her, Karina said. If it's alright with you, please invite me next time, he added. Alright, that request, I will listen to it, over and over again, Karina thinking. Now I just need to color it. This is still lacking something. I feel bad that I'm using a child I just created, but I want to help Milian. He was sincerely worried about me. I don't want to see him hurt. It's just another thing, added on top of a life with an expiration date. She added, I'm running out of supplies too. Should I ask Milian to get me more? Karina firmly. No, I shouldn't ask him for help. I am the Count's daughter, after all. Karina receives charm. This is a northern custom. There is a superstition that if you give this to the weak, they will become healthy. No wonder today's energy feels refreshing. My heart feels calm, feels like magic. Karina insisting. I could have gone by myself. Duke Mirion added. Yesterday, you couldn't go to the temple due to something unexpected, and you couldn't get your winter clothes fitted either. Now that I think about it, did you not wake up at dawn this morning? Karina say. I couldn't feel your stares today. I slept late because I was drawing. He asked. Did you? Do you have enough art supplies? Karina smiling. Yes. About that, I have a pencil, he teasing her. A craftsman doesn't blame his tools. But in the north, it's difficult to find high quality, specialized tools like the ones you use. If we search, I'm sure we can find some useful supplies, Karina said. It's alright, as long as we can buy some, she think. Even back home, I didn't use those high quality tools, because if I bought them, Father could have heard about it. Duke concerned. Alright. Are you feeling okay? If you're tired, make sure to tell me, Karina smirking. And if I tell you? He gently. We will definitely be returning, Karina quietly. Do I really need to say it out loud? But I slept well yesterday. Duke Mirion sincerely. You are quite lucky. A doctor well versed in the art disease has come here, and it looks like my close friend is coming too, Karina say. Close friend? Duke added. Carlos family's head. He's very interested in finding those with talents. I sent him the drawing you showed me before. Karina's shocked. What? You sent him that? He replied. He is quite knowledgeable about the art disease, so I think he'll be of help. Karina, that how could you send that to the head of the Carlos family? Is there a problem? Karina embarrassed. It's embarrassing. Such a low quality drawing. He asked. What part of the drawing painted by you is embarrassing? Karina defensive. It's not self-deprecation. It's just embarrassing, that's all. It's like someone else reading your diary, Duke said. A diary. My apologies. I did not think that far. Scene transition boutique. Attendant say. Welcome, Your Grace, Duke Pastellio. I was waiting for your arrival, Duke added. Yes, it's been a while. Karina, this is the owner of the chiffon boutique. Karina politely. I am Karina Leopold. Instead of addressing me as Miss Leopold, please address me as Karina. Owner say, I understand, Miss Karina. Since I am a commoner, please speak informally with me. To owner, I would like to see some winter clothes, casual clothing, and clothes comfortable to work in. Karina surprised. That many? What work can you do with those uncomfortable? Karina quickly. I'm okay with no work-specific clothes. Owner asked. What type of work clothes are you looking for? Miriam interjecting. Clothes that are suitable for the young lady to wear when painting. Please bring out all the expensive clothes. Karina shocked. Miriam. I'm alright. Miriam smiling. Pick as many as you like. Owner explains. First, you need to pick a design, then we'll customize the size. Karina hesitant. Okay, but I really don't need many. I only need a few, please. Karina thinking. Miriam can be unreasonable. I won't be able to wear it for long anyway. Really, what should I do? Boutique attendant said. Young Miss Karina, you may choose amongst these. Karina thinking. It's not my first time at a boutique though. Although, there wasn't a place that asked me detailed questions like this. Miriam noticing. Karina. Are you alright? Karina startled. It's cool. Karina panicked. My apologies. Your hand was cold, so Miriam said. Do you perhaps have a fever? Then I think returning would be better. Karina assuring. I'm not sick. This is the first time I've been through something like this, so I'm a little exhausted. Miriam thinking. She's like an open book. How can I put Milian's hand on my face? Alright. Were there any clothes that you liked? All the clothes that you chose were beautiful. Miriam smiling. Really? That means you liked all of them? Karina say. Yes? Miriam? He teasing. Why the sullen face when the person buying says it's okay? Karina insisting. I said I don't need that many. I'll buy all of them. That's the first time I've heard something like that. He reply. Really? If it makes you uncomfortable, then think of it as an apology for showing your paintings to Duke Carlos. Karina quietly. Really though, Miriam, I won't even be able to wear them all. Duke say. If you have many, you can keep them and wear them again, right? Karina thinking. If you keep being so nice, then I'll start to feel regretful. How can I repay this gratitude? Milian gently. Karina, you're okay, right? Karina. Yes. The place Arya suggested is not too far, so after stopping by there, we'll return to the estate. Are you listening, Karina? Let's head off now. We might be late at this rate. Karina thinking. The smell of paint is filling. To think that she would let go of my hand as soon as we came in. Shopkeeper bluntly. Just by looking at you both, I can tell you don't belong here. What brings you here? Karina eagerly. Can I please have a look at your painting supplies? Shopkeeper coldly. Please go back. There are no high-quality supplies that the young miss is looking for here, Duke said. Do you not want to sell anything? Karina added. I don't need high-quality supplies. I only need paints and a flat brush. Shopkeeper said. Can I take a look at your hands? Duke protectively. What are you doing? Karina calming. It's alright, Miriam. Shopkeeper surprised. It looks like you've drawn your fair share. My apologies. I wanted to check if the lady was painting for fun. Please look around slowly. Everything in this paint shop is for sale. Karina smiling. Thank you. Shopkeeper apologetic. My apologies to the young Miss Lover. I can tell if someone is a painter by their hands. He added. We are not in that type of relationship. Shopkeeper say. I see. Well, it seems like she's been painting for a long time. So does she have her own atelier? Duke said. She hasn't been here for long. I was thinking of making one for her. So can you bring out all the supplies needed for an atelier? I will pay, no matter the cost. Shopkeeper added. I understand. I have the basic things on hand. Alright, I'll send someone to pick up the items purchased today. In the next few days. Duke asked. Do you also paint perhaps, since you're able to tell by looking at people's hands? Shopkeeper reply. Yes, well, until I caught a disease, where I almost lost my arm. Is it perhaps the art disease? Shopkeeper nodding. You're aware of the art disease? Yes, you're right. One day, I started to lose sensation in my fingertips, like they were made of stone. I couldn't move them. I tried to paint with my left arm, but it also started to lose its touch. However, after I moved to the north, the pain and heat in my arm started to diminish. Duke think. Pain and heat? Did you perhaps? Karina interrupting. I finished choosing, he said. You only need to buy those? Karina reply. Yes, these are plenty, since I'll be a little tight on money after purchasing these. Miriam, to shopkeeper, shop owner, including these items. Prepare what I said before. Karina confused. Prepare? Duke say. I'm thinking of making you an atelier. There isn't a place suitable for you. to paint in the estate, right? Karina flustered. Milian, you really don't need to. Duke interrupted. Karina panicking. Hot. My heart feels like it's going to burst. It's stuffy. Have you regained consciousness? She say. Yes, I'm fine. I just couldn't breathe properly, he said. According to Winston, it was because you were exhausted. It's probably because I don't sleep well at night. I will sleep earlier from now on. Karina serious. Are you really going to be like this? Karina said. Yes? Milian, when you lie, you usually look away and smile. Just like what you did now. Karina added. Milian, are you really going to be like this? Can't you just overlook this? Karina, I can't. If I'm not paying attention to you, you'll faint like this. Duke, quietly. Karina softly. What's wrong? Please, be only slightly kind to me. It will be hard to part ways if you're too kind. So let's just agree to be only slightly kind to each other. Scene shift. Soldiers complaining. Soldier say, you're yawning like no tomorrow. Your mouth is going to rip apart. It's so boring, I'll die. I wanted to go and subjugate the demonic beasts. It's your fault, you're so unlucky that you always lose every bet. I know that, but... Soldier noticing. Captain, open the main gate. Allow that person to pass through straight away. Soldier reply. Yes, but who is it that we're letting pass like this? Can't you tell just by looking? It's Sir Periel Carlos. Soldier shocked. No way, the family head that's rumored to be so eccentric? Captain, yes, he's not His Grace's friend for nothing. She, thinking, I finally got out of bed. Karina say. Milian, no, you need absolute rest. To think he wouldn't let me out of bed for 3 days. I'm grateful that he's concerned, but... Karina enter I. Karina, the estate has been shaking a bit, but are you okay? Karina, he said, move aside. Karina worried. Wait a moment, Milian. Karina, she reply. This one is okay, Duke. Milian said, concerned. Karina, my lady, the color of your eyes. Karina say. I'm sorry. It must have put you in a bad mood, right? He added. No, it's really... I think it really suits you. But Karina, did you perhaps use the miracle? I know that every time you perform the miracle of the art disease, your condition worsens. Am I mistaken? Karina, so please move. She say. No, this is... Duke added. First, let's put that one outside. It isn't dangerous, right? Yes, it's not dangerous. Probably. All right. Karina apologetic. I'm really sorry. I didn't know that he would be this big. I will definitely pay you back the fees for the repairs later. My lady doesn't need to pay me back. It's not like you did this on purpose. Karina is still upset. But, Duke added, are you hurt anywhere? Are you dizzy? Do you have a fever? Let's talk about this in detail. After taking Hertha outside, Karina reply. Yes, he say. Then, Hertha, shall we head over there? Karina quietly. Milian, I will definitely make it up to you. Duke, softly. I said it was alright, he say. Karina, that guy. Hertha, she reply. You should be quiet. Duke say. I can't believe it. Aren't you scared? Yes? Duke added. Even experienced knights are so nervous. Yet you look rather comfortable. That, because now this guy knows my heart best in the world. He think, does the mind even have a connection with the life you drew and summoned? By the way, Karina, among the many beasts, why is it Hertha? Karina softly. Actually, I wanted to help Milian. If the beast doesn't run away, it's easier to spot weaknesses. Would you be angry? No, that's such a normal thing to say. In the first place, I didn't ask you to help, Karina said. I know though. I wanted Milian to subdue him quickly without getting hurt. Duke said. Karina, you don't have to sacrifice yourself for others when you're not feeling well. No, it's not anyone else. Only Milian. Milian startled. What? Karina say. Just you, Milian. After the subjugation, if we break up, won't you hug me tight for once? If only I could take your warmth. At the end of the day, I can smile and go without regrets. Karina think. Was I too greedy? Or are you trying to think it's nonsense? That, the day I leave this mansion, to say goodbye? Milian softly. Fine. I will. Instead, don't ever do this again. Karina gently. Yes. If you don't like it, Milian, I won't. Duke say. Karina, I mean. Arrival of Periel Carlos. Knight entered. Sir, Periel Carlos has arrived. Duke surprised. Periel? I'm about to go back now. But you came just in time. Periel smiling. Long time no see, Milian. And, my name is Periel Carlos, young lady. Karina blushing. Awesome beauty. I'm Karina Leopold. Nice to meet you. But this is... I didn't know that a rough man's hand would be so welcoming. Periel teasing. It's nice to meet you again after a long time. If you're happy, why didn't you come to meet me sooner? I've been waiting a long time, right? Duke added. Let's sit down and talk first. Miriam interrupting. Great. Shall we skip this one time after seeing the lady? Periel. So, did you create the same beast you saw for the first time? Duke reply. Yes. Periel. Why do you have to use a beast? Karina said. I want to know the weakness of the new beast. I thought it might be helpful for subjugation. Periel added. It was for Miriam. Feriel to Miriam. Miriam, has that beast gone? Duke said. No, I'm at the training camp now. Periel say. I can't be sure until I see it for myself. But, lady has the miracle of creation, Duke said. What exactly is a miracle of creation? Periel explaining. It is the rarest and most powerful miracle among miracles, whether it exists in the world or not. If you understand it, you can make it as it is, even if it's a person. Of course, it's a story on record to the end. Periel thinking. It's difficult. When they met, it became clear to me. That's right, Miriam. Miriam concerned. What's it? Periel gravely. She is going to die. Periel. We talk slowly about art sickness. More than that. Lady Leopold, Karina say. Just call me Karina. Periel added. Yes then. Karina, I have something to tell you, Karina said. What? Periel reply. There is a letter from Count Leopold, Periel said. It was given when I went to Count Leopold to find out about Karina's artillery. Karina shouting. How the hell do you not think like that? Since you became an older sister? Huh. Listen carefully. Don't say, yes, Milian say. Karina. Duke gently. Karina, it's fine. Calm down. I am by your side. Karina quietly. Miriam, if you want, I can throw him outside. Periel reflecting. My thoughts on receiving the letter were brief. But that guy. Looks like I've been asked for something. Periel to Karina. I'm sorry, Karina. Karina softly. No, because it was something I needed to know. Scene, the content of the letter. Letter Count Leopold. I heard that you are in the north. What the hell is this? No matter how much you got engaged, don't you think that rumors would spread? As expected, my father puts my family first. If you had any complaints, you should have said it in words. Was it really necessary to leave the house like this? Karina sarcastically. When did you ever listen to me? Abelia couldn't sleep because of her worries about you, so her condition got worse. What a nuisance it is to be her older sister. Even if that kid gets worse, do you think she'll be worse than me? Letter continued. I'll give you a chance, so don't mess with the family anymore. If you don't want to get kicked out. Duke say. Karina? Karina in disbelief. My father, he didn't believe me till the end. That I'm sick. Well, he wouldn't be able to accept me otherwise. It'll be annoying. Right? Duke low voice. Count Leopold. Periel concerned. Karina? Duke asked. Are you okay? She said. Couldn't I just leave it here? No. It doesn't matter, she said. Sorry. The content of the letter was to Karina screaming. Karina, Duke said. Calm down. What's the matter? Periel say. Lady and the work may be connected. We have to go quickly. Night. Everyone, back off. The demon runs wild. Kill it right now. Don't rush. Just focus on defense. Karina say. Wait, Miriam. Duke Miriam to Karina. That's dangerous. Step back. Karina. Karina firmly. No, there's got to be a reason he does that. I have a way. What the hell happened? Scene. Evaluating the beast. Karina. That. Knight added. Just now. Is it okay to leave this guy like this? Do you guys forget me or? Karina. It was made by me. So even if you don't see blood, you can harvest it. Periel say. Trust me. I'm more of an expert when it comes to miracles. Duke added. Tell everyone to get away from Hertha. Knight reply. Yes. Everyone just waits. Karina. Can I ask you just one thing? Karina reply. Yes? He say. When will the created life disappear? Karina thinking. At least a few hours. The longest we've been together was about a day. Milian relieved. That's great. Then it won't be difficult to pick up. It's fine. You don't have to be afraid. Karina, do whatever you feel comfortable with. No matter what happens, I will protect you. The ground trembled with power, deep cracks spidering across the marble floor. A section of a grand column had collapsed, its shattered remains strewn across the dirt-covered tiles. The maid clutched her hands tightly, bowing her head. The servant boy instinctively stepped in front of her. Karina inner monologue. Not this time. Now is the time to really put an end to it. I realized it because I met friendly people. I don't have to compare my talent to anyone else. I have someone who tells me my drawings are the best. There is no need to hide my pain from anyone. If I'm sick, because I met people who asked me to be honest, I am worthy of love. Karina softly. Now all I have to do is send Duke said. Karina, what are you doing? No answer when I call you? Karina reply. Milian, Karina say. Are you all done tidying up? Milian said, roughly. Rather, is this a reply? Milian added. Yes, I guess I really have to say goodbye now. Karina quietly. Right. Karina gasping. My gosh. Milian, this is... Milian said. This is the drawing room for you. It's not as glamorous as the South, but I prepared as much as I could. Think of it as a gift, and don't feel burdened. When I was in the Count's house, I didn't even have a proper studio. My room in the corner was always dark, day or night. It was not a very good environment for painting, she say. This is the place I've always dreamed of, surely more than any gift I've ever received. It's a valuable gift, Milian said. Do you like it? Karina holding back emotion. Why is my heart so sore? You just be nice to me, Milian added. Karina, this is just a gift. Karina to herself. To receive this gift. I haven't done anything for Milian. There's nothing. Milian softly. Yes? The Hertha you summoned was a big help. I was supposed to get that price later, to hug you when we part. Besides, there are people who got hurt while Hertha ran rampant, and I have to pay the price for breaking it here and there, Karina said. I'm thankful that I'm not responsible for it. Now I don't have to worry about running out of ingredients. There's also a good amount of light coming in, so I have a nice studio where I can draw anytime. Really, it's just too good to stay for half a year. Duke gently. If you like it, it's okay to stay here longer than half a year. After returning to the Count's house, you can come back often and continue writing. Karina quietly. No, I originally promised to stay only 1 year. Milian will also have a new person, so I can't go in and out of here at will. Milian surprised. New person, said. If so, anytime. Thank you so much for the words, Milian. Milian nodding. Yes, the owner of the flower shop will come back tomorrow. Let me know if you need anything. Don't work too hard. Duke thinking. I haven't done anything for Karina. She originally promised to stay only 1 year. She can't go in and out on her own. More than half a year is left. Is Karina really going to leave in half a year? In the first place, did she decide to break off our marriage and stay here for only 1 year? From her point of view, that would be natural. From her point of view, that would be natural. To be honest, now is not the time to be like this, ahead of the subjugation. No, wait, why am I? Am I just thinking about Karina? Peril say. What were you thinking too hard? Duke added. Why are you here? I'm here to see Karina, not you. I asked Fang and he said she's here. He said, Karina? Is it because of the art disease? Peril asked to Duke. Yes, I've heard stories from Winston. Can I check the status myself and see the work? Milian. Right. Please take good care of Karina. You know the artist better than I do. Of course. I don't want to see it in vain. Then I'm busy. Why is this busy guy here? That guy, please. Milian will also have a new person, and I can't go in and out of it at will. Karina, think. Karina, you idiot, she say. Actually, it was good that Milian said that. Karina, this is Feral. Can I come in for a moment? Karina said to Periel. Yes, come in, he added. Good afternoon. How's your body? It's okay. I was thankful for your help about Hertha's riot. No. All I did was move my mouth. Rather, Karina. Yes? He say. I've heard from Winston about Karina's disease. If it's okay with you, I'd like to talk to Karina. Karina thinking. Winston? She asked. Can we sit down and talk? Did he say everything? She think. I asked him not to tell anyone that I am going to die. Periel reply. You're exhausted. But Winston wasn't the first to speak to me. Even Winston had a hard time speaking, because I asked too much. That's because I knew from the beginning that Karina's art disease was serious. For a long time, left behind by the Callows family, thanks to the records. As you know, the Callows family has long been patronizing artists. Among them were artists with creative miracles like Karina. Karina said, That's right. I didn't even know such a disease existed until half a year ago. Periel added, Of course you don't know. Miracles of creation are very rare. Moreover, Karina's ability is... Karina nervous. Moreover, my ability is... Periel reply. Yes. It is usually difficult for living creatures made of paintings to last even a single day. At first, there is no record of bringing life to such a huge beast. Karina quietly. I never thought my abilities were so great. Periel, did all the artists who performed the miracle of creation use their lives as collateral? Periel serious. Yes, an artist with a miracle of creation All creators get art disease. They died before the age of 30. They all said they had no attachment to life and were only obsessed with painting. The more they draw like that, the more they go mad, using their own blood and flesh as ingredients. It is said they had no hesitation in giving up their lives. Karina resolute. So far, but I understand. If someone needs me, I want to be of help. Perio Carlos say, Karina, I want to help you, and to do that, there shouldn't be anything hidden from me, even the smallest thing. From now on, if you experience any of the symptoms I mention, please tell me. Karina softly. Yes, Perio said. In addition to madness, the creators become more sensitive and emotional over time. Furthermore, it is said, they paint without rest, as if under hypnosis. In other records, they describe their creations as the only one who understands. They thought that was all they had. Karina, tears in her voice. All right. As time went on, I became more sensitive, and I continued to draw, as if under hypnosis. But I couldn't stop. No one wanted to know my heart. But the beast I made understood my heart better than anyone else. I'm lonely. So, Karina, I don't mean to scold you. If you run away like that, it's going to be difficult in the end. Because it's you, Karina. If you let emotions like anger, sadness, or loneliness paint the picture, you will regret it later. Perio carefully. I heard there's a deadline. Is that right? Do you have any plans to put up a picture? Karina firmly. No, because this is all I have. Perio added. Yes, I understand. Karina added. Really? Yes. Just like I poured everything into the picture, I also put a lot into it. Perio smiling. When I was a kid, I played the flute so hard every day. Master, there was even a case of monitoring. Of course, even after that, I continued to evade surveillance. Don't give up doing the same thing. Anyway, Karina, if it's okay with you, can I ask you a favor? Karina said. What favor? Ply. I would like to see the painting of Mrs. Rita. Karina, he say. If so, I was thinking of leaving a letter to the Count. Should I draw a door that leads there? Perio said. Draw from the beginning without making a sketch? Karina reply. Yes. Now I will try to draw a little faster. Perio watching her. Amazing. This indeed. I can't stop looking. It's more powerful than anything I've ever seen, and has a delicate ability. Without a doubt, it is like standing in front of a beautiful landscape. Her talent is. It is very beautiful and adorable. This overwhelming feeling, how can I express it to her? I feel that my heart squeezes me. Karina say. I still have to draw more. Karina notices. Hey. The sound of a flute? Oh. It's Farrell who's playing. Karina softly. It is a very warm and calm melody. Breathing is easier than before. I feel that my body became lighter. It's amazing. Is this the healing power of Casa Carlos? What should I say? What a beautiful and enchanting sound. Karina finishes. I have drawn everything. But Farrell, the song I just heard. Perio added. Karina, right now. I think I am in love with you. Karina say. Yes? Perio said. How was the music? Karina said. It was very beautiful. I saw Karina paint and I improvised. Karina added. So, have you created a song here? Perio say. Yes. The moment I saw Karina's painting, I remembered the notes. It was so beautiful. Thank you. It's a pure feeling, so don't get too overwhelmed. By the way, does Karina's miracle take a little to activate? Yes, I think so. It seems that miracles happen right after the painting is finished. Perio pointing. Hey, this door leads to Count Leopold, right? If this is really possible, it is simply the power of God. Karina say. Yes, I'm going right now. Do you want to come too, Farrell? Perio say. I will. Karina enters. This is the room the Count doesn't use. Perio surprised. Really? Nothing has changed. Karina. No, it's my room. Perio embarrassed. Sorry, it's something different from a normal Mrs. room. Karina added. It's okay. It's not wonderful that Farrell made a mistake. Normally, a lady's room is splendid. My little sister's room is the same, full of lace, colored curtains, and many dolls. The rooms of other ladies will be the same, right? I could never go out to play because I didn't have friends, because I was taking care of my sister, so I'm a little sad. I wanted to make at least one friend. Perio gently. Don't be sad, Karina. You have me, Karina say. Farrell? Perio earnestly. I have decided. We must be together. Are we not friends? Also, I know all of Karina's circumstances, so I can advise and sympathize with her as an artist. In addition, I can accompany her everywhere without any impediment. Karina shy. I don't even know what to do with my friends. Is it okay to be a friend with Feral? Periel warmly. Definitely. It's not too late to. Karina smiles. Then, it's a pleasure to meet you, Periel. Periel said. It's a pleasure. Karina curious. Well, now that we are friends, I have a question. He say. Then? What question? Karina teasing. How did Feral know what the other girls' rooms were like? Usually, no one can enter the room unless you are the promise. Nervous. Alkivi have a promise. Besides, I am your friend. Will it not be problematic for Feral? As Karina suddenly. You don't have a promise? Periel. Problematic. Karina, I think you have misinterpreted something. I have only been invited at tea time. Karina relieved. Okay. I'll trust you. So, are you going to deliver the letter now? Periel reply. Well, actually, I was going to leave the letter here. But as you can see, I don't even know when he will see it. If possible, I would like to leave it without anybody noticing. But as you will see, there are too many people passing by. Maybe I can help you with that. Karina, could you open the window a little? And also, Periel reply, please cover your ears well. There is conversation between maids that, hey, isn't the atmosphere of the mansion too heavy? Don't say it. Are you really short of breath? Scene change. Have they been to dinner time? The owner and the madam hardly talk anymore. Master Infrek doesn't come home at all. Lady Abelia was depressed, and she was eating and drinking. Master Ferdin, just keep an eye on it. Where the hell did the big lady go? She should come back soon. I know. Everyone is worried about her, maid added. Huh? Where can't you hear the song? Is that so? That's the big lady's room. Who left the window open? Other reply. That? But why am I so sleepy all of a sudden? Yes, me too. I've never been like this before, Karina say. I didn't know. It would make them fall asleep, Periel said. Compared to Karina's talent, it's nothing short of a remnant. It's not. Everyone in the mansion must have fallen asleep. If there is someone you want to see, you can come and see them, Karina added. No, I don't have such a person, he say. Karina, maybe is the letter you said to say goodbye to your family? She reply. Yes. It's a letter telling them not to pay any more attention to me. The Count won't believe I'm sick until he sees me dead. When he sees me cold, he will regret it a little. But soon he will be angry. Why don't you tell me in advance? Until the very end, you're only rotting inside your parents, she added. If you have any complaints, why don't you tell me sooner? He will say that. You didn't even give me a glance when I asked you to look at me. Huh? Abelia, she called her name. Abelia, he say. It's okay. She just fell asleep like everyone else, Karina say. Yes, it seems. Thank God. You look healthy. I'm sorry, Feral. Can you help me move this kid? Of course, Karina, she said. Just move her to the bed over there. This, Karina, these pictures are, Karina reply. Shall we go now? Yeah, Karina didn't have a good relationship with your family? She reply. It wasn't that bad. In the eyes of others, it must have been a very harmonious and happy family. Because you wouldn't know that reconciliation was achieved through someone's sacrifice. I am a carefree, ordinary, well-spoken second daughter. Abelia is sick, Infrek always brings good news, and as long as Ferdin is a troublemaker, I can't live here for myself. So at least not much left. For the last hour, I want to live for myself. There you are, Periel. Yes, Karina, she added. I want to leave my work in the world. Not Abelia's older sister, Count Leopold's eldest daughter, Karina Leopold. The painter, Karina. To do that, forgetting everything about this place should come first. Later, elsewhere, Infrich say. What happened to the mansion? Messenger reply. That, a strange thing happened earlier, he said. Weird thing? Report in detail. That's, everyone in the mansion, including me, fell asleep for a period of time. Is it all? Messenger say. Yes, I'm really sorry. As a result, everyone said that they had no memory of hearing the sound of the instrument. Infrich added. What, a buzzing sound like that? Butler, what's that letter? Yes? There was not a single letter from the Count today, but, so any missing items or anyone injured? I checked everything, but nothing was wrong, he think. The seal is familiar, but there is nothing written on the envelope. Did you do something to leave this letter behind? There doesn't seem to be any special device for the effort put in. To Count Leopold, this font is familiar too. Who are you? If you start like this, surely you will. You wrote it as if you knew me well. There were many things I wanted to say if the opportunity came, but now it doesn't make any sense at all. No way, I got sick, Karina? So I won't go back to that mansion anymore. Please consider this letter as a last goodbye. The letter from my daughter, whom I had lost contact with for half a year, was surprisingly concise and neat. I will become famous not as Karina Leopold, but as the painter Karina. She was so determined and cold that I wondered if she was right. From this far north to your center, my name will ring far away. It was a letter of strength, filled with a determined will. I don't see it as a letter written under threat. You always told me not to become a member of the family. I think I've followed those words well so far. So this time, I'll ask, can you please stop blaming my name? The name that will resonate in the future? Karina thinking, the long wait is now over. I'm in a romantic relationship that makes my heart flutter. Did you know that? In that world, there is no Abiliana, no Ferdin, no brother. Only for me, there is a world where I am the protagonist. In that world, no one is raising a hand or threatening to kick me out of the house. This is all. Karina, it's because I love you. I love you, so I don't use the word as a shield. There are only friendly sounds, he added. Such an idea. I didn't even know the grace that raised me, messenger say. Count, he added. I'm sure you will say I don't know about the grace you gave me, and you might be very angry that I didn't tell you beforehand. But let me ask you just one question. Did I really say nothing? Was I really a good kid who didn't cry from a young age? He called out. Karina, you. Since when did you not cry? I'm not saying I didn't. I gave up on talking. If you want to meet me, please come directly to the north. Go on your own, and I'll deal with death as you please, he shouted. Contact the Duke. I need to get Karina back right now. But Count. Is it not possible to enter the north because the checkpoint is already closed? Count said. It doesn't matter though, strange things. Karina isn't the kind of kid to say things like that. What? Is she sick to death? How to handle death? Is this what you say to your parents? But why? Lady Karina may be really ill, Count say. Hey, are you trying to aggravate my anger? He reply. And a few months ago, in Lady Karina's room, we received reports of vomiting sounds. What? If that had happened, you should have reported it right away. Well, I've reported it, but coincidentally, you were always busy with work, so I thought I'd report back later. Guy added. You don't have to report it every time. The eldest girl said she's all grown up, and she'll take care of herself. Even though that's the case, you should have reported it. Sorry, Count said. Just bring the stationery. I'm going to write a letter to the Duke of Pastellio. Wasn't that a dream? When Karina returns, I'll have to talk to her properly. Then everything will be resolved. Abilia entered. No, Dad, my sister won't come back. Abilia, always be healthy. Lady. Are you sick? Forever in the future, Karina added. To always be healthy, so am I. I used to forget. I was stupid. Still, we have been together the longest in the house, so it'll be fine. Originally, I was going to forward the letter to this child, but careful, this wallet. Throw it away where I can't see it again, because now, it's really over. Duke say. Perial, he reply. Yes? Why are you here? Perial added. Of course, I was invited, right? Right, Karina? She say. Yes. I invited him. I thought it would be nice to do it together as a commemoration of becoming friends with Firial. I thought Milian would like it too, but I apologize if I'm being rude. No, I need to apologize, she think. Did I make a mistake? I don't like Milian's expression. So, what's your plan for today? Nothing special, Perial said. Karina is going to study with me today, Duke shouted. I didn't ask you, he replied. You didn't mean to ask Karina, did you? Of course I was asking her, Duke added. I'm not even curious about your schedule. Oh, I thought you were asking me unintentionally because there was no subject. What? Karina, why are you having so much fun? She replied. You two are really close friends. It's bad luck. It's a bad match, he say. Yes, it is, Duke said. Really, Karina? Haha, yes. Karina, are we that funny? She said. Not that. I just like it. Having a comfortable conversation or laughing and eating. The person who shares such trivial daily life. It's none other than you, Milian, Duke Mirion say. It's just good, it's not good, don't overdo it. If you're not feeling well, ignore that guy and come back right away. Yes, I will. I like you, Mirion. What's Mirian's schedule today? I'm going to go out for a while to check the Hertha information because Karina was overworked. Out of the territory? Yes. Depending on the circumstances, I may not be able to come back tonight. Wait until your excellency comes. Yes, she said. I know. Please go with caution. Karina think. I wish you hadn't gone. But subjugating the beast is definitely a business, so I can't interfere. Duke said. Wait a little bit. I'll definitely bring you a better Hertha, as I said before. She replied. Thank you. I definitely feel a little more comfortable. Is it because of praying? Perry will say. I'm glad it seems to work. He think. Look at this. I think it's still leaning one way or the other. That girl would smile like that. But what? The two of them. Didn't they say that they were going to break up soon? Karina thinking. Can't see. Duke asked. Why are you looking at Karina with that expression? Peri'll say. What? She added. I'm a little tired. Can I go upstairs and rest for a while? Duke say. Where are you uncomfortable? I will take you to the room, Karina said. Oh no! I got a little tired from drinking hot tea. My room is close, so I'll go alone. Tea time isn't over yet. That guy doesn't really care. Can I call a maid? She replied. It's okay. Then I'll go, Peri'll said. Karina, I'll see you later. Yes, Duke asked. Are you worried about Karina a lot? When are you going to return? Peri'll added. Aren't you overreacting to your friend who came all the way here at your request? Duke said. There's no way you guys came just for a request. The owner of the painting must have been curious. He think. Greedy guy. So you put in an unfinished picture? Even as a beginner, it was a painting she was looking forward to completing, so she would have done it more. So, what about Karina's art disease? Is it serious? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not in the mood to play right now, Karina said. I know, but forgetting everything about this place should come first. Can I ask you one more favor? That I'm going to die. Please keep it a secret from Milian. I don't want to be left with a bad memory. Peri'll added. But Karina doesn't want it. Duke surprised. What? Peri'll added. So I hope you understand that I can't say any more, he said. Really? That Karina felt uncomfortable with her body. Heron is a special, or from the north. It rarely comes out when you kill a beast. Aha, but why would you say that to Karina? In the old northern custom, gifting a heron to a sick person, there is a myth that the body gets better. Since when did you believe in superstition? Duke think. There is also a superstition in the north that pointing your finger at someone will break your finger. Shall I show you? By the way, what are you studying all of a sudden? Peri'll reply. That? It's a secret. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, as it really helps our channel grow. Thanks. The maid gently knocked, her voice barely above a whisper, filled with concern. My lady. Karina looked up, startled but trying to smile. Oh, my lady, are you all right? Karina tried to steady herself, brushing off the moment with a forced chuckle. I just tripped. I'm fine, really. But the maid wasn't convinced. Her brows furrowed with worry. Shall I call for a doctor? She asked. No, I think I just need a little rest. But the maid stepped closer, more insistent this time, her tone rising in urgency. No, my lady. His Grace gave strict orders. Even if you were in a little pain, we're to call the doctor right away. Karina blinked in surprise. Milian said that. Then, could you please call Dr. Winston for me? The maid gave a quick nod. Yes. Right away. Karina sank into her seat, exhaling slowly. Her eyes dropped to her hands. I'm okay. I'm still okay, she murmured, though the tremble in her voice betrayed her strength. Then a painful thought crept in. Has my condition gotten worse? Dr. Winston arrived shortly after and examined her with practiced care. Then he spoke, his voice grave but controlled. It's worse than before, but not beyond hope. This is simply the cruel nature of art disease. I'm truly sorry. Karina gave a faint, weary smile. It's all right. I always knew it would be like this. You don't need to be sorry. But Winston suddenly raised his voice, latching onto a thread of determination. Then let's try using a stronger medicine. Karina hesitated, worry clouding her face. Dr. Winston, will I keep vomiting every time I eat? I don't want Milian to see me like this. Dr. Winston's tone turned gentle again, but firm. The vomiting will likely continue, but you must keep eating, no matter what. She looked away, hurt and doubt twisting in her chest. Even if I throw up every time. He paused before answering, searching for the right words. Your body, it's like a sandcastle, slowly eroding with each wave. But if we do everything possible to hold it together, we may still preserve it. Karina looked at him, her eyes hollow. Is that all I need to keep in mind? Dr. Winston nodded solemnly. There's more, of course. But above all, You must have the will to live. Karina's voice dropped to a whisper, but her words carried deep resolve. A will to live. As long as I'm alive, I don't want to spend my days waiting for death, which is how I used to be. I want to treasure every moment and live more joyfully than anyone else. I want to show my family what kind of person I am. And after I make wonderful memories with Milian, I'm going to say goodbye without looking back. Don't worry. I don't want to burden Milian with guilt. He spoke. I see. Does it especially hurt anywhere? Karina added. My heart. I'd be fine for a whole day, but it would suddenly hurt so much that it gets difficult to breathe for the rest of the day. Sometimes, the pain is so great that I wish it would just explode. That's just how I feel. I'm not saying I really want it to, Dr. Winston says. No, I understand. When one of my eyes used to hurt, the pain would be so unbearable that I wanted to pluck it out. If the symptoms of art disease were the same for everyone, or if there weren't so many different records on it, then it would have been easier to develop a cure. It's such a shame. Karina speaks. I feel sorry for burdening you and Ferial. If everything had gone as I planned, the two of you weren't supposed to find out about this. Dr. Winston sighed. Don't say that. It's my job to save people, and a doctor that makes a patient hide their disease isn't a proper doctor, she replied. I see. Ferial came into the room and said, You don't need to apologize to me either, Karina, she says. Ferial? Ferial spoke. You didn't look very well back there. I had a question I was hoping you would answer for me. I needed to teach you something as well, so I decided to drop by. Dr. Winston said, I see that you already had an appointment. Since I'm done here, I'll get going now. Karina speaks. Thank you for coming, Dr. Winston. Dr. Winston says, lie back down. You need to get rest for now. But before I go, I must tell you one thing. Don't give up. If you don't lose your will to live, then it'll help you live longer. Karina added, Thank you, Dr. Winston. I no longer want to die soon anymore. Actually, I regret the time I used to think that, if I had discovered a world like this existed a little earlier, I would have escaped that place sooner. But I only mustered up the courage after it was too late, so I feel like a fool. Dr. Winston spoke. Good. I'm glad you've come to that conclusion, she asked. Ferial, what did you want to ask me? Ferial replies, well, your miracle is completely different from other miracles. Ferial says, could it be? There was something that I couldn't understand, though, she asked. What do you mean? Ferial speaks. Your art disease is getting worse at an abnormally fast rate. Karina asked again. What do you mean? Ferial said. Creators die early because they perform too many miracles, despite knowing that it'll cost them their life. But even those that made miracles every day created far more creations and lived much longer than you. So I wanted to ask you this. Are you aware of the taboos regarding making miracles? Karina said. No. He speaks. I see. It's impossible for an artist not to know this. If Karina hadn't been neglected and received the attention and care she deserved, this wouldn't have happened. No, if she had at least a proper art teacher to guide her. Karina says. Ferial? He spoke. Firstly, I think I should explain art disease in detail. Many people think that art disease is a terminal illness that people suddenly come down with one day, but it's more correct to say that it's the manifestation of the price an artist pays for creating miracles. To be more specific, it's the price of creating miracles past one's limit. For example, I can't heal seriously wounded people, and I can't treat those who don't want to be treated, but we call those who don't have such limits and can perform as many miracles as they want as people with art disease. Also, taboos are what artists that have art disease must never do, she asked. And what are they? Ferial replied. First and foremost, you mustn't go against Providence. You must never revive the dead, or turn back time to change the past. And secondly, you mustn't create a human. It doesn't matter if you create plants, animals or monsters, but since only a deity can create humans, that's a line that you mustn't cross, she said. I see. Ferial speaks. Yes, and lastly, you mustn't kill anything or anyone using your miracle. It means that you shouldn't use the omnipotence of miracles to do anything immoral. She asked. What happens if you break one of the taboos? He says. You'll have to pay the price on the spot, and you'll either die or lose a part of your body. She added. If I die, then that'd be the end of me. But if I lose my hand or something like that, I won't be able to draw anymore. He spoke. Correct. So, Karina, have you ever tried to do any of the things that I just mentioned? She added. I haven't. Ferial think. Well, I guess if she had, then she wouldn't be alive right now. If that's true, then I don't understand. Karina asked. Understand what? he replies, your miracles. Considering how many drawings you've drawn till now, your condition is far worse than it should be. The artists that drew more drawings than you did lived past 30. I should look into this matter and see if there's another reason why this is happening. Karina said, Ferial, do you believe that if you figure that out, I'll be able to get better? Karina think, what am I saying? It's not like there's even a cure, she said. Forgive me, Ferial. I said something rather silly. He speaks, not at all, Karina. It's true that there's no known cure. Even if we discover why your condition is so serious, I can't promise that we'll be able to treat you. But I've thought of one method to slow down the symptoms of art disease, though it's a bit cowardly, she says. A cowardly method? He said. Yes. All you need to do is this. When you draw something, stop right before you put in the final stroke in your work. Unlike music, which allows one to perform a miracle as soon as they start playing, a drawing requires the finishing touches for a miracle to happen, she replies. You're right. Since the drawing won't be complete if you stop right before you finish, he says, but if you try your best and hand me the unfinished drawings, then I'll make you more famous than any other artist in the world, just like you requested. With your talent, Karina, it won't be difficult to make that happen. She spoke. Though I don't have much time left, I'm counting on you, Ferial. Ferial? Ferial said. Right. And regarding art disease, who says that we can't cure it? Since you've decided to open your heart and strive for your goal, we will gladly stay by your side and support you till the end. Of course, doesn't mean that we're going to treat you like a glass doll and be overprotective. If you fall, we'll help you stand again, and if you get lost, we'll help you find the way. Karina asked. But why would you go to such lengths? Ferial says. The sight of a person striving to achieve their dreams and goals is the most beautiful thing in the world, and I love beautiful things. She think, Milian, he's pretty late. I hope nothing's happened to him. Once he officially starts hunting down the monsters in the land, will I have to wait even longer than this? No, this isn't the time to be depressed. I must write down the things that I want to do. Thanks to Ferial, I've checked off making a friend. Next is giving a gift to someone I like. Packing a lunch sounds nice too. And hugging. No, that's not it. What am I thinking? Milian thinks. I thought she had collapsed because she didn't respond even though I knocked several times. But it looks like. So this is what she was doing. How adorable. I sounded like Ferial just now. Karina think. Just imagining things like that is making me blush. Duke, Milian asked. Karina, are you done? She says. Milian? He speaks. As always, I knocked, but you didn't hear me, she said. Sorry. I was lost in thought. Are you done with work? Duke Milian reply. No, I'll be venturing deeper into the forest now. Karina asked again. You're going to head out there again? He reply. Yes, I need to scour the place a bit more before the monster hunt, but I wanted to come see you first. You didn't look too well earlier today. Are you alright? She spoke. I'm fine. I was a bit tired, but I'm feeling better now that I've gotten some rest. Dr. Winston gave me a checkup as well, he said. That's a relief. Did you find out more about? He think. Karina doesn't want me to tell you. He spoke. Never mind. Don't push yourself too hard and get plenty of rest. If you need anything, tell Fawn. Karina added. Okay, I will. Please return safe and sound, Milian. Duke Milian said. Yes, I'll see you the day after tomorrow. Karina asked. What time will you be back? He said. Probably around dinner time, at the latest. I mean, I'll try to make it back by lunchtime. He thought, I must be crazy. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to make it back in time for dinner. It's so unlike me to lie, she said. Milian, I'll be waiting. See you at lunch the day after tomorrow. He mounted his horse and rode into the forest, just like a brave warrior heading off to war. A soldier asked, Your Grace, we're going too fast. Is there a problem? Duke Milian replies. The knights are having trouble keeping up. We're not in a hurry, so I believe we should slow. If we want to make it back by lunchtime tomorrow, we need to go faster. A soldier spoke. Lunchtime tomorrow? He replies. Yes, I'll be giving orders from the front, so tell them to follow me. A soldier speaks. Yes, Your Grace. Duke Milian think. Milian, I'll be waiting. See you at lunch the day after tomorrow. He speaks. This is where we're going to meet. After a light meal, we'll head in as soon as the second party arrives. Soldier says. Yes, Your Grace, he said. Originally, the northern land belonged to monsters, but God took pity and sent a hero to this world to chase the monsters away. That hero was the forefather of House Pastellio. The monsters that are chased away starve all summer, before they go mad with hunger and come down to the villages to hunt during winter. Fending them off till spring is the duty of northerners. including me, as the ruler of this land. If I've been of help to you, once the monster hunt is over and we part ways, will you hold me closely, just once? I hope I come across many monsters that have a heron. Dr. Winston asked. Are you waiting for His Grace? Karina says. Dr. Winston? Dr. Winston asked. Why are you waiting out here in the cold? It's not like you know when he's going to arrive. She added, well, I know that he's going to be returning tomorrow at lunchtime, but I couldn't calm down, so I'm taking a walk to clear my mind. I have plenty of blankets, and I'm wearing lots of layers, so don't worry. Dr. Winston replied. I see, you've changed so much these days. Karina asked. Really? Have I? He replied. Yes, you look much happier than before. It's a relief, Karina said. You're right. I'm in such a good mood these days that I did something I would have never done before. Dr. Winston asked. You did? What did you do? She speaks. I sent a letter to my father. I told him not to bother with me anymore. I'm still trying to work this out, but I'm also planning on repaying him. I want to live as long as possible and become famous, with the drawings that he and the rest of my family wouldn't even look at. Once I calculate how much it took to feed, clothe, and house me, I plan on paying them back that exact amount. I think that'd show that there's nothing left between us. I won't deny the fact that my mother gave birth to me, and that my father helped raise me. However, that doesn't mean they own my life. He says. You're right. Parents are merely their children's guardians, not their owners. Though parents do spend much time with their children, they cannot walk on the same path forever. One day, the child will become an adult, and the parents will have to look at them from afar. That's because the child must start living their own life. But if the child returns one day and holds their aged parents' hands, then that's proof that they were good parents. I'm so sorry that you weren't given such parents. She spoke. I'm alright now. Even if they apologize to me this very moment, that can't make up for all of my lost time. Every passing second is precious to me now. I don't want to spend a single moment regretting the past. I'm going to go forward. Spring has finally come to my life. Attention, everyone! His Grace is going to give us orders. The command rang out. The soldiers stood at attention as their leader continued. Duke Milian added, Tomorrow at dawn, we'll be going deeper into the forest. As you all know, our first goal is to kill Hertas. A Herta's weak point is suspected to be right under its nails. Only try to strike there if you can. But if that's not possible, aim for its lower belly. The hide is thinner there and also vulnerable. The group responded in unison. Yes, Your Grace, Duke continued. Our second goal is to monitor the monster's behavior. Do not go deeper into the forest on your own, and if anything happens, head to our meeting place immediately. Again, the soldiers echoed. Yes, Your Grace. He paused before adding, Duke Milian said. However, if your life is in danger, prioritize survival over my orders. That will be all. Then he added almost as an afterthought, if you discover any herons, bring them to me. This caught some off guard. But we need them too, one objected. No. Now return to your night watch posts, a voice dared to ask. Why do you need them, Your Grace? You've never been interested in them before. Stop blabbering nonsense. Duke snapped. Suddenly he spotted movement. Looks like I got very lucky. There's a Herta right nearby. Everyone, spread out and surround it. But just as quickly, concern grew. There's only one. Wait, is that some kind of call? One added. What's causing these vibrations? Panic set in as the ground trembled. Hertas are charging this way. Back up. Don't let them pass. Cries of alarm erupted. Ah! Your Grace! You never said anything like this would happen, someone yelled. His Grace barked. You rascals! The Herta called for its friends and they've cut off our escape route. I didn't think a monster without intelligence was capable of this. Then, with calm resolve, he added, However, it's still merely a monster. I wasn't sure if the weak points we found on Karina's Herta were accurate, but it looks like they were. Duke Milian thinking, aim for the weak spots I told you about earlier. If you do, it won't be that hard to. A shout interrupted. Your Grace. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a noblewoman spoke softly. My lady, I'll escort you inside, said Fang. Thank you, Fang. I hope I didn't cause you any trouble by insisting on waiting for Milian, he says. Not at all, my lady. The soldiers at the fortress will be glad to see you too. Why don't you unpack your belongings and wait until His Grace? The shout came from outside. Hurtas! A herd of hurtas has appeared. Everyone arm yourselves, hurtas! She gasped. Let me go and assess the situation, Fang insisted. Please wait inside the carriage for now. Okay. She nodded, worried. I hope nothing's wrong, she whispered to herself. It's going to be fine. I just need to hang on a little longer, but more importantly, damn it, neither His Grace nor Captain Gordon is here. At this rate, our fortress could fall. She clenched her fists. Milian will be here soon enough. We need to hold on until then, her thinking raised. What can I do to buy some time? Write my drawings. I'm sure there's a drawing of a herda that I stopped just before finishing. She dug through her things frantically. Found it! All I have to do is color in its eyes. No, that won't be enough. I need something more. Her eyes flicked to her notes. They even used their own flesh and blood as materials. Ready your arrows! Everyone, prepare to attack! The command rang out as the fortress braced for the incoming threat. The herders are heading this way. Fend them off no matter what. Amid the growing tension, Fawn asked, Did you send a carrier pigeon to His Grace? A soldier says. Yes, we just did, but we haven't received a reply yet, came the answer. With enemies closing in, desperation grew. There are too many herders. We don't have any other option besides holding on for as long as possible. In the chaos, Fawn shouted. It's dangerous here, I must take Lady Karina to safety. But before they could act, another voice screamed. Everyone, get out of the way! Confusion erupted as a massive herda crashed through the gates. A herda has broken inside the fortress. Attack! The soldiers cried. But then, a calm voice cut through the panic. Wait! It's me. They froze. Lady Karina? She stood beside the creature. This one's safe, she said. A soldier hesitated. Though you say that, herda, Karina addressed the beast gently. I have a favor to ask. Could you fend off the other herders until Milian gets here? He noticed. Your hand. I'm fine. It's just a small cut, Karina replied. Then something shifted. He pointed. What in the world? Look over there. That herda's incredible. Amazing. But Karina seemed distant. I must, she whispered. Huh? What did you? He asked. What's wrong, my lady? Didn't you hear something? She asked, looking around. No, I didn't hear anything, but in Karina's mind, a voice echoed. I must take it by killing them, she says. If I don't find it, I'm going to die. It's not here. I must eat the other ones. Where is it? Here it is. Her eyes widened. Found it! Then another soldier shouted. Is that herda eating its own kind right now? It looks like it, came the reply. My lady, is that thing safe? Someone asked, but she was gone. My lady? Huh! Where did she go? The herda stood motionless, then she spoke. No. I'm different from you all. I have a master of my own. You all cannot escape. Herta! Stop! Karina's voice rang out. Let them go. She looked at the beast, eyes narrowed. Just what did you eat? What is it that you found? And who is this master you're talking about? She asked. Aren't you going to tell me? Suddenly, a distant rumble broke the silence. Is that the sound of horse hooves? Then came a voice. Karina! Milian? She turned toward him. Soldiers, attack this, Milian began, but she cut him off. Wait. It's mine! What? He asked in disbelief. What do you think you're doing? Let go of my master. The herda snarled. Duke Milian shocked. What do you mean? Karina whispered, confused. I drew it, he noticed. The color of your eyes, it's the same as usual. Huh! She blinked. That can't be. Just then, a message arrived. Your Grace. His Grace, Duke Pastellio, has returned and is looking for you. He asked you to come to the garden? All right, said softly. I'll be there soon. Her thoughts drifted. He told me he was coming at lunchtime, so how could he be this? Her voice faltered. Late? She took a breath, her expression weary. My dear friend, you're back. I want to go home. The silence in the room was suffocating. Shall we organize what happened? Someone suggested gently. Karina took a breath. Well, as you two know, it was an emergency. I tried to fend them off until Milian got here, but I'm sorry for breaking my promise not to summon anything anymore. She hesitated, thinking I probably shouldn't tell him that I used my blood, right? But Milian was quick to respond. No, it wasn't your fault, Karina. Rather, I'm sorry for not getting here earlier. If I had, none of this would have happened. His voice was filled with guilt. I'll be more careful so something like this never happens again. I also heard from Fang that you injured your hand. Is it all right? Yes, Karina nodded. It's fine, a teasing voice interrupted. What do you want? Fariel says. It's just that the two of you look lovely together. Shaking it off, they returned to the matter at hand. Karina, can't you make your Herta disappear like last time? Well, she began hesitantly. Duke Milian said. I tried multiple times, but I don't think I can control it anymore. Then isn't it dangerous? Luckily, it still listens to me, she said softly. And it promised not to cause mayhem, Fariel asked. But do you have any idea how that happened? I've never heard of a creation breaking free of its creator's control. Karina thought, then recalled. Come to think of it, I saw it eat something. Suddenly, she gasped. But I didn't feel any pain. Her legs buckled. Karina! Milian rushed to her side. I can't see, she whispered. Quick! Call Dr. Winston, Duke Milian yelled. Karina, where does it hurt? Milian asked, panicked. Just when is Dr. Winston going to arrive? I'm fine, she muttered. Don't be stubborn, tell me, he begged. Do you want to take the medicine you were given before? She struggled for air. I feel like someone is squeezing my heart so tightly that it's about to explode. Karina, please hold on a little longer, Milian pleaded. She says, Milian, it hurts so much. I can't die like this, he says. Don't worry. You're not going to die. I won't let that happen. So it's all right to say you're in pain, Karina. Her voice cracked. Milian, it hurts. I feel like my heart is being ripped out of my chest. Dr. Winston will be here soon, he said urgently. Just endure it until then. But then her head fell. Karina? Karina, open your eyes. Panic rose. Milian, Fan shouted. Give this to Karina, Duke Milian asked. Is that a heron? He Fang replied. I don't have time to explain. Put it against her body. As the stone touched her skin, the color returned to her face. She's not as pale anymore. Let me examine her, Your Grace, Dr. Winston said, finally arriving. Right. Please do. Fariel turned to Milian. Let's step outside for a moment. I have something to tell you. Outside, Fariel's tone grew grim. Was Karina's relapse caused by that Herta, by any chance? Probably. Fariel nodded. As you know, a miracle comes at a cost. I predict it took a huge chunk of her life to make that creature. Then wouldn't killing the Herta now fix this? Milian demanded. Calm down, Fariel warned. The miracle has already happened, and the monster is no longer under her control. Milian clenched his fists. I feel pathetic. Karina's in so much pain, and I can't do anything about it, Fariel said. No, Milian. There may just be a way. What? Milian looked up. Didn't you see what happened a moment ago? When you gave her that heron, her breathing stabilized. Heron may be a cure for art disease. That stone? Milian asked. Yes. While you were out patrolling, I experimented with a heron, and it resonated with my miracle. It was as if the stone was trying to offset it. And judging by how it improved Karina's condition, I'm sure it doesn't only react to my abilities. Fariel paused. On top of that, Fang told me a while ago that the Herta Karina made ate the corpses of its own kind. Wait, Milian said slowly. Are you saying the Herta was trying to eat the heron inside the other Herta's bodies? Fariel added. Exactly. The heron may have nullified Karina's miracle and allowed the Herta to break free from her control, Duke Milian says. This is the first time you're starting to make sense, Milian muttered. What a hurtful thing to say, Fariel replied, half smirking. Anyway, it's only a hypothesis. We need more herons to prove it. How many more do you need? As many as possible. Fariel looked toward the horizon. The coldest part of winter is coming. Starving monsters will swarm down the mountain in large groups, and the monster hunt will begin in earnest, Duke Milian said. Judging from the size of the Herta's leader, it probably also has a huge heron inside its body. Milian's eyes narrowed with resolve. I'll make sure to slay it and bring the heron to her. This is all for you, Karina. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, as it really helps our channel grow. Thanks.